Hello. Okay, I think I fixed my microphone. However, in the process, it might be too loud right now. It was turned down to like 20%. Blue, hi! Let me know if I'm too loud. That's what I was about to say. Let me know, because I think I need to raise chat above that. Okay. But yeah, I checked my settings today, so haha, this is later than I intended. Hear me out. It's not a very long story. We had plans today, and I was like, we'll probably be home about 6. We didn't get home until 8, and I was like, I'm gonna eat, and then I'll start streaming after that, so that's why it's a little bit later. But my goal is tonight to finish at least 1 chapter, if not 2, because my goal tomorrow is to do a 9-hour stream. And originally tomorrow's stream was gonna start at 6 o'clock because we had plans tomorrow. However, my sister has a work thing now tomorrow, so I'm gonna have a long stream instead. Let me cough, because my voice is still cracking. And that also happens. After the New Year's Eve stream, my voice was still cracking a little bit. I woke up with my voice cracking, and I was gonna stream, but I fell back to sleep, and I woke up, and it was like two hours later, and I was like, oh no, never mind. But I think it's because my body was just so tired. We were up until like 4-ish a.m., if not later. But this is my first game stream in a while. It's been a hot minute. Please let me know if anything's too loud or too quiet. I'm excited to get back at it. But yeah, I hope everyone had a good New Year's. I'm sorry if the thing didn't save my title right. I did update it. It's weird. Woohoo! But yeah, we are on chapter 3 of Other Realm. So far, we've met Seiya, we've met Minami, we've had the urge to stalk Minami for some reason. I mean, I know why. I don't know why she wanted it. I know why I wanted it, because I'm in love with Minami. Minami. Okay, so here we are. My controller, I'm hoping, is okay. We're redoing the bedroom right now to the point that I don't even have chapstick on my little desk right now. This is a me problem, I know, but I usually like to have chapstick because I always feel like my lips are dry. It's a comfort thing, but I don't know where some of my stuff is yet because of the moving around. Alright, so we're on chapter 3. Oh, that's right. So we're about to head to the human realm, sort of. We're gonna go meet Yui because he's trying to figure out how to get us back home. That's right. Seiya is specifically. Minami doesn't want us to go home. Getting the elevator, I noticed a small pedestal in the center. Atop the pedestal was something resembling a crystal ball. Seiya then placed a hand on it.
このエレベーターは乗車するすべてのものがここに手を乗せなければ動かない仕組みとなっております。
This elevator only activates when everyone aboard places their hand on the crystal ball.
HO の職員の手のひらには紋章が刻まれていて、水晶はそれを認識するためのものなのです。
All HO's personnel have crests engraved on their palms. The crystal here verifies them. But I don't have one.
HO 以外のものが使用する際は、その人間の血液が代わりとなります。
Non-HO
罪人であれ
passengers...
ばまず弾かれるでしょうが。
I'm sorry, what? Non-HO passengers must offer blood instead. However, the crystal will reject the blood of the damned. So I'm okay to use it?
ええ。あなたは水晶にごく少量の血液を取られるのみなのですが。
Correct. Just after a little drop of blood to the crystal. Seiya fell silent for a moment, appearing contemplative, then spoke again.
何せあなたはここへ来てから何も口にできないでいるでしょ。
I'm hoping I stop coughing someday soon. You haven't eaten since you came here, right?
少量の血液でもあなたにとっては大きな影響が出るかもしれません。
In that case, even a little loss of blood could significantly affect you, which is why I probably should have told you that before I sent you off gallivanting on your own, looking for an incubus, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't even feel hungry.
隔離用での聖者はそれが当たり前。しかし、ここの空気に慣れていけば、空腹を感じるようになっていくでしょう。
That's typical for the living in the hidden realm, but once acclimated, your appetite will return. You mean I could starve to death? Seiya's eyes dilated, and I realized I had to return to the mortal realm now. All the more reason for us to hurry. Please, let's go. I moved to place my hand on the crystal. Don't go. Ah. I could tell instinctively the voice I heard wasn't nearby, but speaking directly into my mind. You think that girl knows how to help you get home? No way. She died after all. I tried to clear my mind, yet Minami's words continued to haunt me. I couldn't focus. Something in his words rang true. I couldn't move past them. Are you frightened? I understand, but staying here will do you no good. The information we get may be minimal, but it's still something. It might be what we need later. I repeat, don't go. How this is sanity. Oh, how do I even save? Well, I do need to save. I'm trying not to go crazy. We'll go crazy before we start Minami's route. I'm gonna trust Seiya. Stupid bitch! Whoa! Minami, I do not appreciate that. I ignore Minami's abusive words and put my hands on the crystal. I immediately felt a sharp sting on my fingers, which slowly spread throughout my hand. Ouch. But I guess the pain's not that bad. I can endure it. You shouldn't feel too bad. Dizziness hit me for a second, and Seiya quickly supported me. I'll always be by your side. You have nothing to fear. That's reassuring. Thank you. We smiled at each other, and I felt a floating sensation in my stomach at the elevator as the elevator began to move. Eventually, the pain in my fingers subsided. For a moment, I felt nothing. Then, I heard a light ding, and the elevator doors opened. There before me was my school, a scene so ordinary, so familiar to me. I let go of the crystal, and the elevator vanished, as if it were merely a figment of my imagination. It feels like it's been so long since I was here last, it almost makes me feel nostalgic. But the nostalgia was tinged with an unease as the blood-red light, akin to the hidden realm, filtered through. Have you heard the girl in the nurse's office ghost story, the one about this school? A friend told me about it, but I don't remember the details. Wait, is that story about Yui? Seiya nodded, sending a chill down my spine. I never imagined actually meeting a ghost from our school ghost stories. We learned that when we did this route, actually. I have 2 warnings for you. Never reveal your real name to anyone here. There are both good and bad spirits here. A malevolent ghost could curse you if they learn your name. Just by knowing my name. That's right, which is why I will not be using your name while we're here. Understood.
2点目ですが、地獄への帰り道はエレベーターではなく、時間が来れば自動的に体が戻る仕組みになっています。
Secondly, you won't return to hell by elevator. Your body will automatically go back when it's time. How does it know?
ここでの所要時間はおよそ1時間と30分ほど
Are you
ですから、
leaving me here?
最良
Wait.
の行動を心がけてください。
You'll have about an hour and a half here. Make sure to use your time efficiently. I'll do my best.
よろしい。では、ユイさんがいらっしゃる保健室へ
You
向かい
versus
ましょう
wheel
か。
makes it sound like you're leaving me. Good, let's head to the nurse's office and try to find Huey. I nodded and followed Seiya as he walked towards the nurse's office. So the stories are true. The girl in the nurse's office. I wish I could remember what that story was about. I was nervous to meet her, but I felt safer with Seiya by my side. Still, this place feels a lot like a hidden realm, or hidden realm. Sorry, every single thing currently is like, when I move, I can feel it tugging. This place feels a lot like the hidden realm. If there's any possibility that this part of the mortal realm will turn into the hidden realm.
その心配はありません。あなたがこの場から離れれば、写しよは元に戻ります。
Don't worry about that. Once you leave this area, the mortal realm will revert to normal. As Seiya said before, it seemed I was the one causing this effect.
今のあなたは異質な存在。その異質が写しよと隔離よの境界線に影響してエラーを起こしているのです。
You are an anomaly right now. Your presence here is causing a disturbance in the boundary between the mortal and other realms.
エラーの状況は見ての通り、一時的に写しよが隔離よの皮をかぶっている状態にあります。
And this disturbance is what you see around you. The mortal realm temporarily takes the appearance of the other realm. It kind of makes sense, but at the same time it doesn't.
しっかり理解しなくても大丈夫ですよ。
There's no need for you to fully understand it. Seiya seemed to sense my confusion and continued in a soothing tone.
私も確固たる確信を持って話しているわけではありませんから。
Don't worry, it's not as though I'm certain about how all these things work either.
この世でもあの世でも不可思議な現象は多く存在しています。
In this world or any other, there are countless unexplained phenomena.
今この現状もその一つ。説明がつかない現象なのです。
This is just another one of those mysteries. A phenomena beyond our understanding. It's just also mysterious. Honestly, my friend Sayaka loves this kind of stuff. I wonder how she's doing. Approaching the nurse's office, I saw the door.
ああ、伝え忘れていました。彼女は他の幽霊との接触を恐れているので、あまり騒いだりしないようにお願いします。
There is something I forgot to mention. Yui is wary of other spirits, so please, let's do our best to not cause a fuss. Okay, understood. Suddenly, an arm reached around me from behind. Then I was pulled into a hug. Before I could even grasp what was going on, I was consumed by darkness. Is this a wraith? Hang on, I'm gonna think before I make an assumption. Who would randomly hug me? Kudaha would never touch a girl without permission. It's a wraith, right? Hibiki wouldn't be finding me right now, would he? Hibiki would stay in the mirror. And then I died.
いつまで寝てるの？暇なんだけど。
Hello, how long did you plan on sleeping? I'm bored. Who is
俺の
that?
忠告を聞かずに勝手に地獄を抜け出してさ、何のつもり？
Look at you, ignoring my warning and just stepping out of hell. Just who do you think you are? That
お前
voice.
にはお仕置きが必要だよね。と
Oh!
りあえず起きてよ。
You need to be punished, so why don't you just wake up? What's happening? My consciousness lifted from the darkness, leaving me in a daze. I looked around and found myself in the school cafeteria. Aside from the fact that we were in the other realm, it was a familiar scene. And there, sitting on a desk, feet dangling, was Minami.
おはよう。ねえねえ、あなたのこと先生が探してたよ。勝手に抜け出したからじゃない？
Morning, sleepyhead. Hey, hey. Teacher was looking for you, maybe because you left without permission. What are you talking about? Under different circumstances, this conversation would have sounded like two typical high schoolers chatting in between classes.
言うことを聞かない生徒には罰が必要って先生が言っていたよ。
Teacher said he punishes those who do not follow directions. His eyes briefly flashed a crimson red. Oh no, I forgot. Don't look him in the eye. But by the time I realized it, it was too late. I was frozen, unable to move. Minami approached me slowly, stopping in front of me. I don't have a Khalifa flower on
ね
me.
えねえ、 どうして地獄を抜け出したのかな？
I like the nay. Hey, Leah, why did you leave hell? He tilted his head.
俺さ、勝手されるの大嫌いなんだよね。
You see, I hate it when people do things I tell them not to do.
お前は俺の手の届く範囲にいないといけないじゃん。
You need to stay where I can touch you within arm's reach, you know? Minami slowly stroked my lips with his finger. Suddenly the pain was gone and I was able to speak. What I do is none of your business. Hi, silly.
そうなんだ。
Hello.
こうやって抜け出しても追いかけるよ。
Except you couldn't when I was actually in the human realm. He was able to stalk us when we went to the other realm. Is that so? But guess what? Even if you leave like you did, I'll always find you. Aww.
あの世でもこの世でもどこまでも
No matter what realm.
離れれば罰を与える。かわいそうだけど怖い目に遭わないとお前は学習しないみたいだからね。
If you leave me, I'll punish you. I feel bad, but you seem to need to learn the hard way. His words, expression, and proximity made my body seize with fear. How are you? Thank you for the Christmas card gift. I didn't think I'd get such goodies. Oh, good. I'm glad you got it. Awesome. I'm doing good. How are you? His words, expression, and proximity made my body seize with fear. Back in town, he just watched, amused, as I threatened to kill myself in front of him. Despite supposedly wanting my soul, it seems as though he didn't care if I died. He might really kill me here. No, but he'll probably hurt me just enough so I don't die. He told me before he liked watching people suffer and other cruel things. Planning how to start my year? Honestly, do I have it? I do have it. No, I lied. Did I lie? She lied. Oh, no, I do have it. I actually got a new planner. So my planner I've been using ended in December. It's really big in comparison to my new one, but I kind of wanted one small enough that I could fit in my bag. Just in case I want to take it places, because sometimes I take it to work to write, and if I have this giant one, it took up so much space. And I have a smaller bag now that I use, so I'm really excited because this has a plastic cover on it, so I can take the plastic cover off. I have my little dots in here. I use the dots for special events. I write my work schedule in here, and then I use like the little dots to put in like what I'm planning to stream, so like 9 R.I.P. streams, stuff like that. My nails look like trash, by the way. Sorry you had to see that, but that's my new planner, so it's exciting. I'm glad I have it. But I'm gonna put more stuff in it this time. This one's for 2 years, which is kind of nice as well. We'll see how it goes. But I started it last year when I started streaming more regularly, because that way I could write down my work schedule and then see where my gaps were, and then fill in my gaps with my stream schedule. And then, because that way I can also see it like on paper, like, all right, I'm gonna stream on this day, I'm gonna stream on this day. Do I want to try and get another stream in that week? Stuff like that. So I kind of liked having it. I wasn't using it, and then I got sick in December, so getting sick ruined my entire plans. Sickness ruined everything, and I'm still kind of sick right now. I'm still got a cough, even though it's been like 2 weeks, almost 3. My planner is still empty, trying to do monthly goals and the yearly goal. You know, that's good too. This actually has a spot for that too. And actually in this one, oh no, I dropped something on the ground. This other one I have, at the very front, it had a like a notes page. So on the notes page, I was putting my games I was playing. I was listing my games on here. You can't read it because it's so small, but also I had a list of what games were coming out that I wanted to play on the other side, just so I had like a flash of what I was doing. This also has that too, but it's in the back instead of the front, which is still good to have. And then this is a Christmas gift I got from a friend, so it's on my desk right now because I was going to use it for my notes when I'm in here. She got me, technically she got Galinda and Alphaba for both me and my sister, and we just got to pick which one we wanted. My sister's favorite is Alphaba, and I don't care. Like, I don't have a favorite, but pink is my favorite color, I guess, out of the two. but it has like little notes in here. So this is where I'm going to use for like checklists and like things I'm like trying to get done. I just realized I left the mini fridge door open. Oh my gosh. Hang on. And I'm back. Like she never went anywhere. Who's that girl? Not a girl who left her mini fridge open and didn't realize until she realized her legs were cold. But yeah, I have things to write notes in now. I didn't have a notebook in here. So I have one. Actually, that's a lie. I just lied to you. I did have a notebook in here, but it's like a moleskin notebook. If you don't know what those are the ones that are binded. And you can't like rip pages out. And I'm that kind of person that when I make a mistake, I want to rip their page out. And this is the spiral notebook, so it's easier to rip out pages without it causing a whole thing. Your items are cute. Aw. Oh my gosh. I'm planning to go back and finish my last 2 years. Congratulations and good luck. My sister's actually getting close to graduating soon. She had to take a break for a year, I think it was. Because of finances. Life is like that sometimes, but and also work. She was doing a lot at work for a while. She still is. She's actually now just doing a lot of work and school at the same time. She's like, I'm overworked. So she took a break from school and now she's going back to school and now she's overworked even more. I sneezed. I also have this. I'm actually kind of sad. My little notebook. I got this. We're just getting distracted. I'm a stationary girly. Hear me out. I thought it would fit perfectly. I've already had this. I already own this. This is Star Wars. It's got a bunch of stormtroopers. It's that fight right before the Ewoks show up. But it looks like it fit perfectly, right? But it doesn't. It's like too short. And I was like, perfect. Ooh, part of me wants to do psychology and business. What are you planning on doing when you graduate? My sister's in it for medical. She was going to try to be an RN. I don't know what she's trying to do now because I know she has changed a bit of like what her goal was. I keep saying I should go to school for business because I've done retail so long that business is kind of like something I understand pretty well at this point from having been in retail for too long. Ooh, therapist? That'd be good. We all need it. You told me before he liked watching people suffer and other cool things. I got distracted. Should do a stationary stream. I could. Actually, sitting on my desk next to my planner is my mild liners, which I haven't had a chance to use in a while. I own like the whole box set. I put a few of them in here. I have so many gizmos and gadgets. For Christmas, my friend even got me, is it in here? It's not. Post-it notes from Daiso that look like a kitty cat, and they're long, and they're meant for like if you're like putting notes in books, like annotations. But it came in a plastic container that pops open, so like you can like also attach it to like your notebook because it has like a little thing that attaches to it that way. I loved it. It was so cute. But yeah, I also have super cute shaped paper clips, you know. I'm a stationary whore, but I hoard so much. I had to give some away. Honestly, oh, is that what they're called? Hang on. I just called them zebra liner. Zebra. Wait, what's Stabila? I am a stationary whore. I like it was really funny. For my birthday, my friend, he bought me 2 magnets, I think a packet of highlighters and something else, and he's all like, you're ridiculously easy to shop for. I can just go to Staples. I'm like, thank you. I love this. It's great. Like, I just like stuff. I have so many unused notebooks. I just collect things. But the problem is, I kind of feel like I need to get rid of some of my stuff because I know like it's the same thing with washi. I own way too much washi tape. But if you don't use it, it will lose its adhesiveness. In fact, everybody who got cards from me probably saw it has washi tape on it. That's washi tape that I've had owned for a while. I've had that forever. I moved back home for my divorce. I had 3 U-Hauls full of stationery. Listen, it's addicting, right? There's 2 different people, right? There's people who are like, oh, I have a vision. And then there's me who's like, I have a vision, but I'm just going to buy all the supplies and maybe I'll get to it. Oh, gosh. That's what I told my daily. I just like my black Sharpies and I'll be super happy. Oh my god. Okay, so for 3 years in a row, and I stopped myself this last 2 years. I'm a good girl. Every Christmas, there is always a box. I'm looking to see if I have one in here. I don't have one right now, but there's always like a box of pens, a box of Sharpies, a box of Papermates that goes on sale on Black Friday for like 15 bucks, and you get like 20 markers, and that's like less than $1 a marker, which if you are a stationery junkie, like it sounds like we all are, you know that's the best deal you can get for Sharpies and Papermates and for pens. So like I did it for like 3 solid years. I'll bring it into this room next time I'm streaming just to show you guys, but I bought this thing from like the dollar store a while back. It's meant for flowers. Not for me. I put all my markers in it. And after 3 years of doing that in a row, I had too many markers, and now they're drying out because I'm not using them. But like, I got a variety. Like anytime someone's like, you got a Sharpie, I'm like, what color? Because I got a lot of colors. I've got so many colors. I think last year we did buy a box, but it wasn't Sharpies. We got the pens. Do I have them in here? Do I have one on my desk? Everything got moved off my desk, so a lot of my stuff's not back, but a bunch of the Sharpie pens, which are gorgeous, and they're very nice, and they write so smooth. I usually have it attached to almost every single thing in my house, but we bought like a box that had like 15 in it. For $15, that's $1 a pen. Beautiful. So gorgeous. Love it. I kept telling myself I would do, oh, what's that word? What's that word again? Bullet journaling. I bought like a bullet journal, never really did it, just to try and use my tools. What's funny is I had plenty of tools, but I kept buying more anyways. I'm like, well, I'm gonna be doing this. I also have washi tape I bought when I was in Japan, which was 2018. Of Sailor Moon. I have Sailor Moon washi tape. I bought it in Japan. I was super excited. I have not actually used it. I have it on my washi roller, but I've never used it. The washi roller I bought in Japan, I might add. I have so much stationery. I have so much stationery. It's my favorite, though. I never really understood washi tape. It's just to decorate a page. Like, so people use it different ways, right? So sometimes, kind of like how I have those stickers I'm using to write notes on, some people will pick like a certain washi tape and they use that to like mark a day. Other people just use it to decorate the page, so like a little bit of color at the top or the bottom of a page. I used it to seal my envelopes. It's just cute. That's the easiest way to describe it. It's just cute. It's also not very sticky, so if you want to take it off at some point, you can just easily remove it. Some people will even use it depending on what kind of washi tape it is, because there's different kinds of washi tape. So like if you get like a solid color washi tape, there's some washi tape that's made super, super thin that you could almost use like a highlighter without having highlighter. And then there's others where you can just put it down and then right on top of it, kind of again like a highlighter. And then there's some that's clear washi tape that you can use once again to put over stuff so you can see through it, and then like you can have something kind of, again, annotated in the middle of it. So there's lots of different ways to use washi tape. Other people just like to use it as a decorative part, like where they just put it like on the corner of their pages, because then it just has like a cute color pop. There's lots of ways to use washi tape. As someone who buys a lot of it with all the intentions in the world and never uses it, it's great to have. It's just a cute color pop. So having like Sailor Moon washi tape, great for little notes. At the bottom, just put a line of Sailor Moon characters. It's really fun. But yes, I have so much. We'll see. We'll see if we get there. I'll do a stationary stream. We'll see. I have dreams. I also want to do learning Japanese, like streaming once a week. We're gonna see if we get that, because me and my sister are planning a trip to Japan again. And I was like, it'd be good to like study actually. 1, for the trip, and 2, just because we've loved Japan forever. We've been watching anime like our whole lives, so you know, maybe it'll be beneficial in more ways than just our trip, but like in the long term as well, especially since we watch anime all the time. But anyways, back to the show. I'll bring some quirky stationery next time to show off. It's time for the teacher to punish you. Oh, that's right. Minami's gonna punish me. What am I supposed to do? Pinch
今
yourself.
から言うことをよく覚えておきなさい。悪魔に勝つには心を強く持つことです。決して弱さを見せてはいけません。
Remember this. A strong heart is key against demons. Never show your weakness to them. It's been a week since we've read this, so it's fine. That's right. I can't let myself be afraid. I refuse to succumb to this fear. I was too passionate. My voice got hoarse. Go ahead. You can't hurt me at all. You can hurt me all you want, but you won't break me. You won't break me sounds a bit harsh. Hang on. I'll never give in to you. At that moment, my body was freed.
あ、そう。反抗するんだ。
Is that so? You're gonna rebel, huh? Ignoring him, I bolted from the scene, running as hard and as fast as I could. I ran into a room and caught my breath. That was terrifying. I thought he was going to kill me. After catching my breath, I peeked into the hallway. As I opened the door, a girl I didn't recognize stood in the hall. Is it Yui? Oh. Hello, let's play together. Her smile curved unnaturally upward, sending chills up my spine. I stepped back, but she followed after me, reaching for my hand. Her cold grasp told me she was a ghost. Let me go. Hey, come on. Play with me, please. What do you want to play? I tried to free myself, but her grip was painfully tight. Ouch! I feared she might break my hand.
だから行くなって言ったんじゃんか。
I told you not to leave. Suddenly, Minami appeared beside me.
お嬢ちゃんは俺と一緒に遊ぼっか。
Hey, little girl, wanna play with me? My body won't move. Her grip loosened.
ほら、お前はこっち。
You come with me. Minami removed her hand from mine then. Okay. Whoa. Hang on there, spider
この
monkey.
状況で話してなんて言うなよ。
You better not say let me go right now. Okay. He's so cute. I love him so much. Oh my god. I've missed this man. And his one eye really stands out in the CGs. Minami muttered to me, then turned to address the girl.
ねえねえ、何して遊ぶ？あ、かくれんぼなんていいよね。それじゃあ。
Thank you for the Christmas card. Mine arrived on the 26th when I wasn't home, but my brother picked it up when he was on his way out. He'll be home Friday and I'll get it then. Oh, nice! I'm sorry they kind of arrived a little bit late. I know I shipped them after the expected to arrive on time date. But I'm nothing if not precocious. I hope everything's there. Someone mentioned that they didn't get the little cards. I sent everybody the same thing, so if it's missing, something happened. Let me know. He's got his hand on his hip, I just noticed. Oh my god, did I screenshot this? I'll screenshot it again, it's fine. How is he even really holding her? Like, what is this? Also, she should be getting, like, stabbed in the head right now by his other spike. Is that why she looks so shocked? What do you want to play? I know. How about hide and seek? Then
お嬢ちゃんが隠れる方ね。
go hide. The USPS delay was so bad for us, though. Honestly, I had a package that just arrived today that was a Christmas gift for somebody, so she just clipped through it. Oh man, the game's buggy, guys. He then violently kicked her towards the door. She flew in the hallway and lay flat on the ground.
Bye bye.
Wait. Wait, I know that wasn't the button I meant to hit. I got too excited. Oh my god. Oh, I'm almost out of saves. Oh gosh, what if I clipped already? I don't even remember. That's what you get when there's no consent. She's a ghost. She can't help it. The classroom doors slammed shut. That was close. I looked at Minami, who was glaring at me.
と捕まえた。お前さ、いい加減にしてくれない？
Can you talk in your deeper voice, please? Please. Finally, I caught you. Now, can you stop running
行
away?
くなって言っても無視するわ。勝手に俺の呪縛から逃げるわ。
I tell you not to go, yet you ignore me. I put you in a binding spell, and you run away. But I wanted to make excuses, but seeing as he had just saved me, I found myself unable to
何？
reply.
言いたいことあんなら聞いてや
What?
る。
Do you have something you want to say? Thank you? I don't know. My bad doesn't seem right. Oh goodness. Is that right? Did the game just... No, that's actually the sound. Okay. I was like, did I do something? He liked that answer. Thanks for saving me? I think that's fine. I think you can go up a little bit. We're trying to go for Seiya's, but... Am I accidentally picking all the right answers from Minami and going like, that's fine the whole time? They're about the same. Saying that felt awkward. Minami was someone I feared, and in the past he caused me nothing but trouble and harm. Never in a million years did I think he would actually try and help me. I wasn't used to this feeling.
人間から感謝されたの初めてかも。気色悪い。
That's the first time a human's ever thanked me. Gross. If you're going to be like that, then I regret saying it.
でもお前からなら悪くないかもね。
Oh man. I need someone to explain this entire position to me. I need another angle of this. Wait, why are they in hell? School, I thought they were in hell. They are in hell. They went up an elevator into the human realm, sort of, so that she can talk to Yui, because Yui also got spirited away into hell. And they're trying to talk to her to see if she has any tips or hints or clues on how she can get back to the normal world. If you're the one to say it, Leah, I guess I don't mind. Glad to hear that.
本当に悪くないな。
That's kind of hot. Like, he's got her in one arm. Like... I don't mind at all. Didn't he want her to be in hell? Yeah, that's why he's mad at her for leaving. That's why he's upset with her. It's why he was gonna punish her earlier.
あのね、神がついてるせいで、お前の様子を見てるだけしかできなかったとき、いろんな表情のお前を見てたんだよ。
How long has this man been stalking this high schooler? Oh my god. You see, back when the god was in the way, all I could do was watch you. I've seen you wear so many expressions over the years.
笑ったり、怒った
Class
り、
A
落ち
predator.
込んだり、見てたら面白くなっちゃってさ。
Oh gosh.
どれも俺に向けられるものじゃなかった。
He's not so hot anymore. Again, he's a lot older. Time is different. Yada yada. The same old thing. You laughed, got mad, you cried. It was entertaining watching you, but none of those expressions were directed at me. His tone was somewhat sad. I stared intently back at him. What emotion did Minami feel from watching me?
だからさ、こうやって触れたり話したりするのも悪くない。
Now I'm actually able to talk to you, to touch you. Look how big his hand is compared to her knees.
もっと俺にいろんなお前を見せて。ね。
I want to see more sides of you. What do you say, Leah? His words and expression seemed different. My feelings about him were changing. In this position, I think a lot would happen. Yeah. Edward Cullen and Bella situation here, but stalker, not even mutual. First off, actually, Edward watched her sleep all the time. That was stalky. I wasn't ready to show him that just yet. You're right, this is disgusting.
Huh?
Huh? I mean, it's weird. Why aren't we fighting with each other?
じゃあ険悪にする?
You want to argue? No, I lied. Civility is better. The minute I finished saying it, I immediately regretted saying the word disgusting. But being civil, that might be nice.
仲良くねえ。お前は俺と仲良くしたいんだ。いいこと聞いた。
Civil, huh? So you want to be friends now? Good to know. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Anyways, can you put me down now? I won't run. He took me to a desk and placed me on top of it.
まあ、今回ので分かったでしょ? 勝手するとこういうことになるって。
To be clear, I wasn't on my own. You kidnapped me from Seiya. I was with somebody. I hope you get it now. This is what happens when you go out on your own.
地獄の範囲内ならお前の様子を探れるけど、離れられると困るんだよね。
If you're within hell, I can find you. If you leave, it's a pain for me to find you. Is that why you told me not to leave?
それ以外にないでしょ。お前が殺されでもしたらどうしてくれんのさ。
It sounds almost nice. We know it's not. Oh, my bunny's covered. Hang on. There she is. What other reason could there be? If you got killed, what the hell would I do then? Is he saying he came here to protect me? It all felt very strange. So you don't want me to die?
は? お前バカなの? 新鮮な魂欲しいって言ってんだから当たり前じゃんか。
Are you stupid or something? Isn't that obvious? I told you I wanted a fresh soul, not some pre-dead one. I know, but the other day at the shop you didn't seem to care if I killed myself.
ああ、あれね。楽しかったけど、万が一お前がナイフを自分に突き刺そうとしたら止めるつもりだったし。
Oh yeah, that was fun and all, but if you actually had tried to stab yourself, I would have stopped you. I see, so that means it would have been inconvenient for him if I died. So in a sense, you're like a guardian angel keeping me out of harm's way. I muttered this, and Minami sneered as if he was getting offended.
そういうの気持ち悪いからやめろ。
That's gross, stop it. But if something happened, that'd be bad, right?
うん。
I've never seen him flustered before. It was new for me, but something about it tickled me.
くそ。もういい。勝手にしね。
Damn it, forget it. Go ahead and die. Wait, I'm sorry for laughing. Actually, I'm kind of relieved you don't seem as scary anymore.
怖くない。
I don't? Minami looked glum. Minami, what's wrong? Minami gasped and then returned to his usual grumpy face.
お前が地獄に帰るまで俺もいなきゃなんないんだからさっさと用事済ませろよ。
Look, I have to stay here until you return to hell, so could you hurry up and finish what you're here for? Says the guy who interrupted me. I guess that just goes to show how badly he wants to scold me before. Hey. I called out to Minami, who was walking away, but he's got to me back to Seiya. Otherwise, the little girl could grab me by the arm again. Thanks for coming. Minami laughed.
別にいいか。
Whatever, I guess. Oh my god, he's happy to see me. As he spoke, his expression returned to his usual devilish grin.
俺がお前を守ってやるよ。永遠にな。
Oh, that sounded so like Roddy right there. I'll protect you for eternity. That sounds a bit scary. Just as Minami was about to leave, Seiya entered the room.
Minami, やはりお前だったか。
I knew it was you, Minami. Seiya reached for his chains on his hip.
あ、俺それ嫌い。じゃあね。
Oh, ooh, not dealing with this today. Later. Minami rushed out of the classroom and I saw Seiya trying to throw his chains at him. I hurriedly rushed to stop him. Don't!
ですが
But it's okay. Minami saved me earlier.
わかりました
I see. Seiya let go of his weapon and I exhaled with relief. We need to hurry out of here before Minami's mood gets worse. You know, just gotta be prepared. Whatever could happen. Minami perspective. After parting with the ways with Leah, I had nowhere else to go and just ended up hanging around the place in a daze.
守ってやるか。俺が一番キモいんだけど。
I'll protect you, huh? I sure do sound like a creep, huh? I muttered the words to myself but didn't feel bad about them in the least. I've seen various expressions of hers in the mortal realm, but when she looked at me like that, it was strangely comforting.
面白いやつ。
What an interesting girl she is. Until Leah disappeared, I wanted to have as much fun with her as possible. But I also felt like I needed to hurry. I was getting attached in other ways. How? Wait, I'm not done. Talk more. Ever since we left the classroom, actually even before that, Seiya had been continuously apologizing to me.
本当に申し訳ありませんあなたを助けると言っておきながらこの始末私は愚か者です
I'm truly sorry. Look at me. I said I'd protect you, and look what happened. I'm such a fool. Seriously, it's alright. I was the fool for not being able to protect myself.
それ以上言わないでくれませんかあなたが自身を卑下するほど私は情けなくなってしまい
Please,
ます
say
から
no more. If you put yourself down, it only makes me feel worse. Then, hiccups, how about we just stay there? Say there's enough blame to go around. Both of us weren't cautious enough. We'll call it even. What do you say? Seiya smiled
わかりま
wearily.
したあなたの好意に甘えるとしましょう
Very well. I'll accept your offer this time.
一つ聞きたいのですが南があなたを助けたと言っていましたがあれは本当なのですか
There is one thing I'd like to ask you, though. You mentioned Minami saved you, is that true? Yeah, he protected me from an evil ghost. As expected, Seiya was quiet, surprised to hear that. Apparently, things would be really bad for him if I died. He said he needs a fresh soul or something like that.
ああなるほど考えてみれば確かに
I see. I should have known. That makes sense. Seeing as Minami is after my soul, he's still dangerous to me, though I guess he will protect me from other threats. It's hard to say for sure, but as long as I'm careful not to let him steal my soul, I should be okay, right? Right, Seiya? Seiya seemed unsatisfied with that conclusion, but he also didn't deny it.
心の隙を見せないようにしてくださいねあなたは優しすぎるから不安で仕方ありません
Just be sure you don't show him any weakness. You're far too kind, which makes me nervous. I tried to tell him that I definitely wouldn't show any weakness, but then I remembered. Well, before Minami saved me, he also attacked me. But thanks to your training, I could escape. See, that's progress.
襲われたという話は気分のいいものではありませんがあなたが悪魔に抗えたのは賞賛に値しま
Look
す
at me, half kind of saving myself. It's unsettling to hear he attacked you. Your ability to fight him off is indeed worth praising.
よく頑張りましたね
Well done. Yay. Thanks, but really it's all thanks to you. Please allow me to express my gratitude. How? Thank you, Seiya.
あなたはとんでもない破壊力をお持ちで悪魔に打ち勝てるわけです
Oh yeah, we finally ordered me a new phone because my screen keeps... This is my screen right now. And then sometimes it doesn't get clear. It's actually acting more behaved than it has been. This usually doesn't do this. as of late, and it's been breaking my heart every day, every single day. Like that, now it's just blank screened again. It's making me really sad. With such a charming disposition, it's no wonder you were able to defeat that demon. I wouldn't say I defeated him, but Minami certainly was fascinating. If he came all the way here to protect my soul, I realize he must really need it. But why does he want my soul so bad? As these thoughts ran through my mind, we finally reached the entrance to the nurse's office. Then we both opened the door and walked in. We entered the room to find a girl standing quietly by the window. Is that Yui? She looked towards us and smiled.
あら、せいやさんにお連れ様がいるなんて珍しいこともあるのね。
Oh, quite rare to see you bring someone along with you, Seiya. She glanced over at me and stared. Her eyes widened and she
あな
gasped.
た、聖者よね。どうしてここにいるの？
You're a member of the living, aren't you? What are you doing here? Seiya explained the situation to her, and she seemed even more taken aback.
まさか、また神隠しが起こるなんて。
Someone else got spirited away?
それであなたのお知恵をお借りしたくて訪ねてきたのです。
That's why we wanted to see if you had any information that we could use. That's why we wanted to see if you had any information that could be of use to us. I was on the train, and before I knew it, I found myself at Kisaragi Station. I can't remember why I got on the train or what I was thinking when I did. Seiya is currently trying to help me find a way back home, and
申し訳ないのだけれど、私ではお力になれません。
I'm not sure how to tell you this, but I'm afraid I won't be of any help to you. What do you mean by that? I mean, we know. I know.
私は自らの意志で神隠しを起こし、地獄へたどり着いてしまった人間よ。
I caused myself to get spirited away. That's how I ended up in hell. What?
あなたとは始まり方が違う。それに帰る方法もなく、そのまま死んでしまった。
The beginning of my story is quite different from yours, and besides, I never did find a way home. I ended up dying there.
でも一つ確かなことは、何か起因になるような出来事があったはず。
What I do know for certain is there should have been a reason for triggering that's for all the words. What I do know for certain is there should have been a reason that triggered you to get spirited away.
神に見入られ、あなたは地獄へ送られた。そこには意味があるのよ。
This idea that a god was stalking you and sent you to hell, there's some kind of meaning there. Seiya and I looked at each other. So is it some kind of test?
あなた
Then
についていた神が何の神なのか確定させなければならないようです。
in that case, we need to figure out which god is doing this to you. I think you're right, but was that even possible? If not, my quest to return home would end here.
力になれずごめんなさい。
I'm sorry I wasn't much help. Oh no, not at all. Actually, I'm glad I was able to talk to you. Yui continued to flash me an apologetic
きっ
smile.
とどこかに糸口を見つけられる。聖夜さんがついているのだから大丈夫よ。
Seiya's not doing that great. I don't know. Can't say for sure. I'm sure you'll be fine. You'll find a way. As long as you have Seiya with you, you'll be fine. Seiya responded to her kind words with a bittersweet smile. I had expected him to respond with something like, "Of course she'll be fine," but perhaps he's still upset at himself for not being able to save Yui. I'm sure I'll be fine. I hate seeing him like this. As you say, Yui, I'm sure I'll be okay. He didn't seem to like that. I looked over at Seiya, but his expression remained unchanged. So unchanged that I reloaded the scene and went to "That's reassuring." Just having Seiya by my side is reassuring. He's been taking care of me since the very beginning. Wow, that's not what I thought would happen from... That's reassuring. Hearing you say that is reassuring is what I took from that. With that, Seiya seemed to blush a little.
あなたの言葉はまるで刃のように私の心に傷跡をつけるのですね。
Your words are like a sharp blade cutting right through my heart. That doesn't sound good.
いいえ、これ以上ない惚れ言葉です。
It's the highest compliment.
まったく相変わらず言葉選びが下手なのね、せいやさんは。
Classic Seiya. You really have a terrible way with words, you know that? She rolled her eyes, but smiled back at him. Seiya didn't seem to mind and continued to be at ease. As the three of us were chatting, I stole a glance at her. What do I do? Ever since she said those kind words to me, I couldn't take my eyes off Leah.
せいやさん、彼女を見すぎよ。表情から困っているのがわからなくて。
Seiya, you're staring too much. Can't you tell you're bothering her? Hearing Yui's words, I gasped.
申し訳ありません。気になってしまうと、そのことばかりになってしまうのです。
Are you doing both routes? This is the other realm chapters. So the other realm chapters puts you between both of them. I'm trying to get to Seiya's route specifically right now. And then I'll do the Insanity. And then I will do Minami. And then I will do Toka. In that order. I apologize. When I'm deeply in thought, I tend to get lost in my own head. It seemed my obsessive nature was beginning to rear its ugly head. That was no good. Yui sighed and returned to Leah.
せいやさんは昔からまっすぐで素直な人よ。
Seiya's always painfully honest.
だから気持ち悪い部分ではなく、どうかいい部分を見てあげてちょうだい。
So we haven't even done Minami's route yet. We are not in a route, right? What chapter are we on? We're on Other Realm chapter 4. Which I don't know if Other Realm has 5 chapters, like a lot of the other ones do. Let's see. Other Realm has 5 chapters. So we have 5 chapters and we're on chapter 3. So we're kind of like the middle of it. So basically we have the Other Realm, which is where you're kind of like deciding which route you're going to get into. And then you're in a route. It kind of goes back between both of the guys though, as you're in the in-between. Please try to focus on his good parts, ignore his creepy parts. Okay.
ひどい言われようですが、中間部分以外はいい評価でありがたいです。
My goal tonight is to get to either chapter 4 or to the start of chapter 5. We're trying to tie Seiya down first. We're going to do Seiya, then Minami, and then Toka. That's the last 3 routes I still have to do. So Seiya, Minami, and Toka. My hope is at the end of this week, I will at the very least be at the start of Minami's chapter. And if I'm not, then I'm going to finish it next week. Which I will have my schedule posted again, like I did this week. I know I already kind of faltered. I was going to stream yesterday morning, like I said, but I wasn't feeling good in the morning. And I slept through my alarm because of it. And then I was going to stream when I got home, but I ended up being at work until past 10, and so I didn't get home until 11, and at that point I'm like, it's why I usually stream in the morning and not at night, because I'm too tired by the end of the day. And it's not that I'm like, I'm going to sleep, it's more just like I don't have the energy to be like excited. But today was a day off, and we had stuff to do in the morning, so I'm not like work tired right now, if that makes sense. That's a terrible way of putting it. But yes, I suppose that's a fair assessment of me. Our little interaction seemed to amuse Leah, who began to giggle. Her laugh was mesmerizing to me. The more I get to know her, the more my interest grew. I wonder how much longer I could be with her. Considering the temporary nature of our time together, I tried to cap my interest in her. I can't allow that to become any more than a minor I can't allow this to become any more than the minor infatuation. I can't. I won't. I refuse. A short while later, we said goodbye to Yui.
まだ帰るまでに時間がありますが、他に済ませておきたい用事はありますか?
We still have time before we have to go home. Was there anything else you wanted to do? Anything else? This is the hidden realm, but it's technically still Narimigahama High, right?
そうです。行きたいところがあれば、今のうちに行っておくのがいいでしょう。
That's correct. If you wish to visit somewhere, I suggest we go now. Maybe I should visit my classroom. That's the last place I can remember being before I ended up in hell. There is some place I'd like to go, actually. Actually.
では、私もお供しましょう。
In that case, allow me to accompany you. I'll be fine alone. There's some things I want to think about by myself.
一人になりたいと言われたら、従わないわけにもいきません。くれぐれも気をつけてください。
If you're asking me for some time alone, I'll respect your wishes, but please do be careful. Right, thank you. In that case, I'll head straight to my classroom. There's only one option. I decided to go to my classroom. Okay. Why give me a choice? When I entered the classroom, it had an empty, sort of melancholic feel to it. I was sad that it looked different. Where's my desk? I walked towards my desk and noticed a small sheet of paper. It was my career path survey. What's it doing on my desk? I picked up the survey and stared down at it when my vision suddenly popped into my head. A vision. I'm the one who'll lead you into the darkness. The path ahead will be full of trials. You keep moving, I know you'll be fine. I know, Toka. Oh. That's right, I heard a voice in this room. The voice was the same one I heard before as I fell asleep at home. A soft, high-pitched voice, yet one too powerful to resist. Was that a god? I couldn't remember exactly all the words it spoke to me. But it seemed like I was able to recover part of my memory by looking at this paper. I wonder if perhaps this had occurred because I was in this strange realm. That's right, the printout had been ripped in half before, but now it looked totally normal. Fear crept up along my arms and made me tense up. Just then I heard an unfamiliar voice from behind the door. I instinctively ducked. I felt anxious knowing I wasn't well hidden, but there was nowhere else to hide. Then two unfamiliar men strolled into the room. One of the men was dressed in a kimono and I suppressed a scream. His kimono was drenched in blood. It is a flower. Okay? And he wore a sword large enough to take my hat off. He matched the description exactly. It's Kira Kira. Kata Kata, whatever. I miss Koyu. I know. Oh man. He's still my favorite, like, story-wise so far. Is that Kata Kata? The man standing next to him wore temporary clothing and looked totally normal.
遊びに来ただけなのに閉じ込められるなんてね。しかも光が赤いし。何これ?
I just came here to hang out and now that I'm trapped here? Why are the lights all red? What's with this place?
俺にも見当がつかなくてな。まるで隔離のような世界だ。
I have no idea either. This world kind of reminds me of the Hidden Realm. Just then, I accidentally made a sound and their gaze snapped towards me.
誰かいるようだな。
Seems like someone's here. Hearing their footsteps approach and unable to contain my fear, I leapt up. I'll leave immediately, so don't kill me. My nervous yell echoed in the room.
お前は聖者がどうしてここにいる？
What's a member of the living doing here?
嘘でしょ。この子生きてるの？
What? No way, she's alive. Chomp chomp. Hi, Jay. I'll be leaving soon, and when I do, I believe this world will return back to the mortal realm.
どういうこと？てか帰るってどうやって？
What do you mean? How are you gonna be able to leave? I'm heading back to hell. Yeah, it makes sense. They're surprised. How are you enjoying the route? It's fine. It feels like they pulled out all of the things. I don't know. When you go to a different universe, right? When you get spirited away, coming back to a different part of the spiriting and running into all the other characters seems a little strange, but it's fine. And hi! I do need to keep drinking water because my throat is actually still sore. I briefly explained about being spirited away and the two looked to be deep in thought. I'm still figuring out how to get home. It's tough, but I have some people helping me.
ここへはまた来られるのか？もし再び会うことがあるのなら、できるだけ協力しよう。
Can you come back here again? If I see you, I promise to do my best to help you.
まあ、聞いちゃったら放っておけないよね、クレハさんは。
Yeah, hearing your story, there's no way Kodaha would just let that slide.
何故、俺だけ限定したような言い方なのだ。
Why are you making it sound like I'm the only one who cares?
冗談だって。俺だってそんな白状じゃないし。
I'm just messing around. I ain't heartless after all. I initially found the two of them to be rather frightening, but it seems I was wrong about them. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. Like I said, I have people helping me. My thoughts turned to Seiya. Minami as well, though I suppose he wasn't really helping me. Kinda like the opposite, but sort of that actually though. Just as I was about to leave, Kata handed me something.
これはお前のじゃないのか？
Is this yours? He held out the career path survey I'd left on my desk. It's mine, but I don't need it anymore. It's lost all meaning to me now.
いや、持って行った方がいい。意味がないと思っているものでも、後から役に立つこともある。
You should hold on to it. Something seemingly useless now might be useful later.
そのプリントが少しでも思い入れのあるものならだけど。
Especially if it holds some significance to you. Significance. God. I know how to say this word. Nope. Significant? Oh no. I'm enunciating the wrong syllable. Significant. Significance. There we go. I did it. I suppose it does, but...
あんたは聖者だから関係ないかもだけど、死者にとって思い入れのある品ってのは特別なものでさ。
When you're living, items like this might not have much meaning, but for us, the dead, they're precious.
初めはただのものだけど、それが思わぬ形で力を発揮することもある。
At first, something might just seem like a normal, mundane item, then one day you find it irreplaceable. He pulled out a smartphone from his
俺に
pocket.
とってはこれ。知ってる？メリーさんって都市伝説。
For me, it was this phone. Ever heard of the urban legend Mary Mary? I gasped. I heard the urban legend of a ghost who calls you and says, "My name's Mary and I'm right behind you." Is that him?
このスマホがあったから助けられてる部分がある。あんたにとってはそのプリントかもよ。
This phone was a lifesaver for me. That survey might be the same for you. I guess even those days ghosts have smartphones. I guess even these days ghosts have smartphones, but what did he mean by it saved him? Actually, this isn't the time to think about that. Besides, he might do something scary if I push back. I should just do as he says. Got it. In that case, I'll hold on to it. He smiled, pleased with my decision. You should just marry that guy. I should get going now.
ああ、無事に帰れるといいな。
Alright, stay safe. Oh, he's so pretty. Gosh.
頑張ってね。
Good luck out there. Thank you both and goodbye. Bye now. Bye-bye. After I parted with them, I folded the career path survey and gently put it in my pocket. Could this thing really be useful? I couldn't help feel a bit hopeful. What a strange day this has been. I met two of the most famous ghosts in our town, Kata Kata and Meri Meri. Guess I still have some time before I have to go back. Maybe I can check somewhere else. Am I gonna see a map? Oh. Just in case we only get one choice. We're gonna pick Seiya, because that's who we're trying to date here. Is he talking to the book? I came to the library and found Seiya flipping through a book. What are you doing, Seiya?
ああ、あなたですか。写し代の本に興味がありましてね。これは恋愛小説です。
Oh, hello. I've been exploring Mortal Realm books. This one's a romance novel. Choosing a romance novel seems to fit his character.
行きたい場所へは行けたのですか？
Did you visit the places you needed to? Yes, now I'm just waiting to return.
では、帰る時間が来るまで、ここで二人きりの時を過ごしましょうか。
Then, why don't we spend some time here alone until it's time for us to go? He sure has a way of making something sound suggestive. Still, I found comfort in spending time with Seiya, so what should we talk about? Love disposition. Have you always been a hopeless romantic?
昔からというと、いつからのことを指しているのかわかりかねますが。
What do you mean by always? It's a little hard for me to answer that.
生前はそれどころではありませんでしたから、死者になってからでしょうか。
Not the answer I expected. When I was alive, I didn't have time for love. I suppose it started since I passed away. He seems not to know either and cocked his head and thought, maybe the atmosphere in hell made you feel lonely. That's why you long to fall in love? That's what I think anyways.
そう考えるということは、あなたは今現在、人恋しいと。
If that's the conclusion you've come up with, does that mean you too are longing for someone? Huh? No, I was just thinking about you. I'm not saying that I'm longing for someone. Despite my rebuttals, Seiya seems to have gotten the wrong idea.
私の胸はいつでも開いています。あなたを抱きしめるためにね。
Well, if you're ever in need, my arms are always wide open to you. What? I don't need a hug.
ああ、抱きしめる方じゃないと。なるほど、意外にも過激なのですね。
Oh, so you're the one that has to give the hug. I see. You're more aggressive than I imagined.
いいでしょう。いつでも脱ぐ覚悟はできています。続きは私の自宅で。
Very well then. I will be prepared to shed my clothes anytime. We can continue more at this at my home. I'm seeing myself out. I'll conclude that Seiya always had a predisposition for love and made a vow that I would never bring it up ever again. Never talking about this again. Solid. I walked down the hallway but stopped when my body was filled with a strange sensation. It was almost as though I was being pulled. Maybe it's almost time to go? Apparently I was spot on. Seconds later, I was back in hell. I looked around. I saw that Seiya had returned as well.
体調は大丈夫ですか？
How do you feel? Right, I feel totally fine. And she throws up. I started to speak, but my legs gave way. Thankfully, Seiya caught me.
そろそろ眠らないと危険です。
You need to get some sleep.
南を恐れる気持ちはわかりますが、私がついていますので、少しだけでも休んでください。
I know you're scared of Minami, but I promise to stay by your side, so please rest for a while. But Minami's dreams were stifling, unsettling. It felt like he was encroaching on my mind. No, like he was entering my body. It was so creepy. He wasn't like the Minami I saw in person. In the dreams, he felt truly malevolent, truly evil. Everything about him was different. His voice, his aura were noticeably more sinister.
あれは夢の中でこそ力を発揮する悪魔。私でも夢まではどうすることもできません。
Mama, hi! What are you doing awake so late? The incubus's true powers emerges in dreams. Even I can't do anything to help you in your dreams.
先ほど学校で南に抗ったと言っていましたね。
But you said you resisted him at school, right? I did. I remembered what you taught me, Seiya.
ならば、その教えを胸に眠りなさい。あなたの夢なのですから、抗うことができるのですよ。
Then meditate on that as you sleep. Remember, it's your dream. You can resist him. Okay. I wanted to heed Seiya's advice, and yet, as I tried to think, my eyelids grew heavy. I didn't want to sleep. I resisted, but in my dream, a chillingly familiar voice echoed.
やっと会いに来てくれたんだね。ようやくお前を感じられそうだよ。
Finally, you've come to see me, and now I can truly feel you.
今のお前はまだ魂を俺に譲ろうなんてみじんも思っていないだろう。
You have no intention of offering your soul to me just yet, right?
でも譲った後のことを考えたことがあるか？
I wonder, have you ever considered what happens after you do? Of course I hadn't. I'd never offer my soul to him.
お前が契約してくれるなら、俺はお前の体をも奪い一緒に帰ってあげよう。
If you agree to a soul pact, I'll take over your body. We can go home together. What does he mean by that?
お前の遺体だよ。持ち帰ってあげるって言ってるんだ。
Your dead body. I'm saying I'll take it back home for you. What? If I was returning home dead, it was pointless. I want to go back alive, so don't interfere.
へえ、そう。でも帰れなかったら、家族はお前を探し続けるだろうね。
Is that so? But what if you can't go home? Your family will keep searching for you.
心配をかけて悲しませて大切な人たちにそんな思いをさせるのか？
You'll make them sad, worried. Are you sure you're okay with that?
お
Well,
前の亡骸を見て家族は悲しむだろう。だがどんな形であれ帰ってきたことに安堵もする。
they'll grieve seeing your corpse, yes, but at least they'll have closure. He suggested it was better for them to know I was dead than to keep wondering. But if I were to actually die, would that really have been better?
なあ、いい提案だと思わない？
Isn't it a good idea, Leah? Remember Seiya. I don't need to save that one. Ba 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 ba. That's right. Seiya told me it's before I fell asleep. I repeated the words in my head. That's a terrible idea. I'm not listening to another word. I won't succumb to your evil words, demon. Or as I like to say, daemon. This is my dream, so get out of it.
手強いみたいだね。それでもいい。お前は眠れば俺に会うことになるんだから。
You're a tough nut to crack, but I like that about you. Know this, as long as you sleep, I'll show up to torment you.
何度でも 言葉を重ねてあげる。お前が落ちるその日まで。
Joke's on you, I'm a masochist. You're like, I like that. Keep coming. I'll show up over and over until you give in to me. Just leave. I focused on that thought and suddenly everything turned white. I felt peace for the first time in a long time. At least I can sleep comfortably now. I fell into a deep, soothing slumber. Can you tell him to go away? Can that work? Does that work? Chapter 4. Be like, be gone, demon, and he just goes away. As I opened my eyes, my vision slowly cleared. Did it? Where am I? Well, we're at the place he said he'd take all his clothes off, so... Demon be gone! See, you just gotta say it. My surroundings had changed, jolting me awake. Where am I? I thought I had just returned to hell when Minami appeared in my dreams. What happened after that? I scanned the room. I was indeed completely unfamiliar to me. It was. It, not I. It was completely unfamiliar to me. The heavy atmosphere on my skin felt unmistakably like hell. Was I still dreaming? This felt too real. Don't tell me Minami abducted me. That'd be funny though. If that were the case, I couldn't afford to just lie here. I leapt out of bed.
ああ、起きたのですね。まだ休んでいて結構ですよ。
Ah, you're awake. Feel free to rest more if you need to. Huh? I heard a gentle voice and turned to see Seiya entering the room. Where am I?
私の自宅です。
My home.
仕事が一段落ついたので、今日は1532時間ぶりの休みでしたね。
Don't do this to me. I just finished work. It's been 1,532 hours since my last day off. Hang on, I got calculator for this. He hasn't had a day off in almost 64 days. He's worked for 64 days straight. 1,532 hours? Is he okay? Well, he's in hell, so overworking won't kill him, I guess. Why am I at your home, Seiya?
本部に寝かせておくわけにもいかず、申し訳ないとは思いましたが、運ばせていただきました。
I couldn't leave you at headquarters. I felt bad about it, but I decided to bring you here for the time being. I'm so sorry. I've caused you so much trouble.
いえ、むしろ私こそ許しを壊せてください。
Wiggle, wiggle. Ha. I should be the one asking you for forgiveness.
許可を得ずに自宅へ連れ込んだ所業をどうか許していただきたい。女性にとっては重大な問題でしょう。
Thank you for taking care of me. I miss Prim. Aw. I know, Prim's like, I'm not gone, but then Prim's not here. But it's also late. Prim has a new work schedule, from my understanding. My goodness. Wiggles. All the pain. Okay. Bringing you here without consent, forgive me. I'm sure a lady like yourself must feel uncomfortable about that. Oh, that's totally fine. I just feel bad you went through this trouble for me.
全然大丈夫。
You're totally fine with it? Seiya frowned, then tapped his chin
考
thoughtfully.
えようによっては天国とも地獄とも言えるが。
A response like that could contain within it the seeds of heaven or hell. Seiya.
気になっている男性の家に連れ込まれて戸惑いつつもドキドキ嬉しいなのか。
Being brought to the home of a man she's interested in, thrilled by that. anxious pitter-patter of the heart, or
無
perhaps
防備な自分を勝手に連れ込むなんてキモい、ありえない、変態。でもヘタレだから安心なのか。
what's your opinion of Seiya so far? So far, I don't mind hopeless romantics. He's a bit eccentric. He reminds me of the dog from Fruits Basket. A little over the top from time to times, but not too overwhelming. He's okay. He's not my favorite, but I didn't think he was going to be my favorite. Once I realized he was constantly like love struck. So, because he gives the impression of someone who would be like a kudere or even a tsundere, but they gave him a very strange personality for the look, which I don't mind. I don't mind personalities not matching the appearances. That's fun. But we judge off first glance. So at first glance, I thought he was going to be a serious character. And he's not that serial. He's not that serial at all. Or outrage that this creep would bring her to his home while she's unconscious, mixed with a relief that he protected her, perhaps. There he goes again. Seiya's imagination continued to run wild. Seiya, thanks for letting me rest here. It really helped. I tried to brush it off lightly.
ありがとう。まさかこれは好意的に解釈していいということなのでしょ
Thank
うか。
you. Should I take that positively? I'm not sure. There's something I need to talk to you about. I shouted loudly, trying to snap Seiya out of his imaginary world. Yesterday at school, I realized something. Seiya's expression turned serious. In my classroom, I found a survey I'd filled out at my desk. When I saw the survey, I recalled some of my memories about coming here. I shared with Seiya the vision I had seen. He listened intently, his expression grave. I told him about the survey, tearing into, along with the voice I heard, both of them were memories from before I got on the train.
あなたの考え通り、その声の主こそおそらくあなたについていた神なのでしょう。
I believe you're correct. The voice must be that of the god that stalked you.
あなたにかけた言葉からもわかりますが、やはり試練を与えて試しているらしい。
Their choice of words suggests you are indeed facing a trial, some sort of test. I think my trial is to find a way home from hell, but only the God who brought me here knows the answer for sure.
それを探るのが我々のすべきことなのでしょう。
Then it's our task to figure that out. I felt the scattering pieces of what happened to me were beginning to come together, yet I couldn't shake the feeling that I was missing
あな
something.
たは神の声を聞いてどのような印象を受けましたか？
When the god spoke to you, how did it feel? It sounds strange to say this, but it was creepy, yet I didn't hate it. It was weird, almost nostalgic.
懐かしさ。そんなバカな。
Nostalgic, that's unexpected.
いや、ありえるのか。ストーキングのようについていたおかげで、南が近づけなかったのなら。
Perhaps it does make sense if the god was fixated on you, stalking you even, and that kept Minami at bay. Seiya?
悪い神ではないのかもしれない。
Could he perhaps be a benevolent god? How can you say that? He sent me to hell!
ああ、今のは私の考えで、そうであるわけではないのですよ。それよりも、次です。
I know, it was just a thought. I'm not saying for certain it's benevolent. Anyways, what's more important is that what comes next.
あなたの机にあったプリントについてです。
The survey you found on your desk. My heart skipped a beat. I hadn't shown Seiya the survey while relaying the story to him. I hadn't even told him that I had quickly pocketed it. Hiccups. I had a feeling he'd ask me about the content of the survey. Oh my gosh, I really don't want to have the hiccups right now. But my future was a topic I was still hoping to avoid.
そのプリントはあなたのものなのですか？それともあなたの席に置かれていたというだけで全く関係のないものですか？
Did that survey belong to you, or was it just placed on your desk unrelated to you? It was mine. The handwriting was definitely mine.
筆跡
What was written on
何
it?
を
Well, as we spoke, I told him the dilemma I faced in the mortal realm. I only written my name and my class on the document, nothing else. That's right. I was a weakling. I had no idea what school I wanted to go to or what career I wanted. I was totally directionless. The paper was due soon, but I had made no progress whatsoever, and truth be told, I hated that feeling. I had avoided eye contact with Seiya, but now I glanced upwards to look him in the eye. His gaze was probing, trying to understand me. I suddenly felt uneasy.
あなたの話の中で一点において気持ちの悪い部分があります
Leah, something about what you said just now really struck me.
それは何のプリントであったか堅くなに言わない
It was the fact that you never mentioned any of this to me before. Oh, I just wanted to hurry and get home, that was all. But regaining those memories, thinking back on the survey, it all filled me with a deep feeling of uncertainty. I was suddenly very afraid of what awaited me when I returned home.
申し訳ありません
I'm sorry. Huh?
あなたの気持ちを考えず責めるような口調で問い詰めてしまいました
Perhaps my previous words came across as callous. I shouldn't have taken that tone with you.
重要な事柄がわかるかもしれないとそう感じたら止まらなくて
I feel what you've told me could help us uncover something very important.
ただ私はあなたを返してあげたいそれだけなのです
My only aim is to see you home safely, that is all. My heart clenched. I've been so focused on myself. Seiya was always trying to help me, balancing work and protecting me from Minami. I need to be stronger, both for my own sake and for Seiya's. I should be the one apologizing. I shouldn't have kept this from you. I took out my career path survey and placed it on the table. This is the career path survey, but honestly, I doubt it has anything to do with the situation. He opened his mouth but immediately shut it. He was clearly choosing his words carefully.
このプリントを前にして二度も不可思議な現象が起きています
There are two things about this survey that jump out at me.
一度目は写し代でプリントが真っ二つに裂けたこと二度目は昨日記憶が蘇ったこと
First, it was torn in half in the mortal realm. Second, it's that you regained some of your memory when you touched it. Oh, that is interesting, but why this survey?
あやかしや幽霊と違い意味のない怪奇現象を神が起こすとは思えません
Unlike spirits or ghosts, gods don't create odd phenomena without a reason.
つまり進路に関する事柄において神はあなたに何か伝えようとしていたいかがですか
Perhaps that God is sending a message about your career path, Leah.
例えばプリントが裂ける直前あなたは何を考えていましたか
What were you thinking when you ripped it? Or when it ripped, sorry. I fought the pain in my heart and finally found the courage to tell him how I felt. I hadn't made up my mind, and yet I was forcing myself to write something. The deadline was coming up and everyone around me was pressuring me about what to do, and I gasped as I felt my hands cup my
落ち着
shoulders.
きなさいここにあなたを責める者はいません
Listen, I can judge myself if I want to. Calm down, no one's gonna judge you here. I'm sorry. I needed to figure out why a god did this to me. I took a deep breath and thought calmly. Went back to this one. Technically, this one I don't need to save because God was angry. Did I make this god upset by forcing myself to write down something? Maybe the god wanted to punish me for not taking my future seriously. I shared my thoughts and heard a deep sigh. Looking up, I saw Seiya's exasperated
神
face.
は無意味なことはしないそういったのをお忘れですか
Sorry, is that not a reason? Am I not good enough, Seiya? Have you forgotten what I said? Gods don't act without a reason. Guess I need to rethink. Well, geez, how many options do I have left? Maybe God wanted to stop me from filling out the survey. He didn't want me to decide in that state. I still don't think this has anything to do with me being spirited away.
意味は後からついてくるものです。今は分かったことを並べ、なるべく違和感がないように完成させるのみ。
Meanings come later. For now, we need to piece together what we found and try and put this puzzle back together. Seiya then
これ
bowed.
から言うことはきっと、いえ、必ずあなたを傷つけます。
What I'm about to say may hurt you, but I hope you'll understand. I'm ready for it.
あなたは決まらない進路に悩み、自暴自棄になった。そしてとりあえずの内容を書こうとした。
Stressed about your future, you force yourself to choose out of simple desperation.
悩みから一時的にでも解放され、逃げ出したかったのです。
You wanted to escape your worries even temporarily.
神はそんなあなたを見て、これではいけないとお考えになった。
Calling me
あなた
out
を
like this
導
is
くためには
crazy.
どうすればいいか。
This God saw you in that state and realized it wasn't good for you. So he decided to do what he could to guide you.
ああ、そうだ。地獄に送ろう。
And thought, I know, I'll send her to hell. Huh? Are you serious? Does that mean like a pretty intense jump? I mean, my future career has nothing to do with hell, right?
言ったではないですか。意味は後からついてくると。
Meaning comes later, remember? But what could I possibly learn from hell? What if I'm bad? That if I'm bad, I'll end up here? Is that what God was trying to tell me?
これまでの考えから見るに、神はよっぽどあなたを気に入っていたと見えます。
All things considered, I think this God is rather fond of you.
可愛い子には旅をさせよう。まさにこれではないですか。
You know the phrase trial by fire? I'd say this is something like that. Hell certainly has plenty of fire, but I couldn't accept it. If a god had sent me to a college dorm or made me intern at an office, I'd get it. But hell? That was way too much. I'm sorry, Seiya. That's just too hard to believe.
それでも結構ですよ。返してあげたいとは思っていますが、結局のところ、あなたの問題ですから。
That's fine. Ultimately, this is your issue. And only you'll be able to solve it.
自分なりに考え、納得のいく形にしなさい。神もそう望んでいることでしょう。
Think of it and take action as you see fit. I'm sure that what God wants you to do, oh my gosh. Think of it and take action as you see fit. I'm sure that's what God wants you to do anyways. I'll do just that. Thanks for helping me talk through everything. It still didn't make sense to me, but I figured Seiya helped put me on the right track. First things first though, I figured I needed to learn more about the goal God putting me in this. Oh, Minami might know something. Seeing as he too was following me, no doubt he had seen this god before. But will Minami tell the truth? Besides, I glanced at Seiya. Although he wasn't always expressive, he wasn't emotionless either. If I told him I was going to see Minami, I feel like he'd tell me not to go. Feeling guilty, I decided to go secretly. Mind if I step out for a bit? All this thinking's got me tired and I need to change my mood. I tried to sound natural, but I knew Seiya read me very well. I nervously awaited his response. Seiya didn't say anything, but merely got up and reached for a nearby robe before walking over to me. But why?
あなたに危険が降りかからないよう祈りを捧げましょう。
I'll pray for your safety. Feeling him nearby, I felt something soft grace my forehead. He began whispering a prayer. He's kissing her face, man. I don't know, man. Then I felt his cool breath protect me as it grazed my skin. I felt his cool breath protect me? This is I get it. His healing kiss. Okay. I was nervous, but I recalled he had done this previously, but now he was kissing me in a different place, and I couldn't help but take notice. Thank you. I hinted for him to stop, but Seiya stayed close.
帰るためとはいえ、進路のことを話してくださってありがとうございます。
I know it was for your sake of returning home, but I'm glad you told me about your struggles back in the mortal realm. He brought the conversation back to the survey. A pang of guilt seeped into my heart for keeping all this from him. I really am sorry. You've been working so hard to help me return, and I've done nothing but think about myself.
あなたは話したくないかもしれませんが、あえて言います。
I know you don't want to talk about it, but I'd like you to hear me out.
私に悩みを打ち明けてみませんか？
Why not share your worries with me? His sudden offer left me puzzled. Why is he saying that now? He knows I don't want to talk about it, so why is he pushing so hard? Unable to accept his offer nor refuse it, I merely stared back at him in silence.
申し訳ありません。ただのおせっかいです。写し終え帰った後も幸せであってほしい。ただそれだけなのです。
Next! Good evening! Sorry if it sounds like I'm meddling. I just want your future in the mortal realm to be a happy one. Are you streaming today? I know you said you had a not strange schedule, but a different kind of schedule recently.
苦しくて辛い時は抱え込まずに
Probably
聞かせてく
gonna
ださ
use
い。
my standing desk finally because my back's still kind of hurting. And guess what? There's a reason we got a standing desk. For moments like this. How's yours? Mine's is not bad. Ooh. See if it unplugs everything. That'd be funny. Ooh. I forgot how high this goes. Is that too high? We'll find out. If I'm not streaming at work. Aw, that's good. I like making money. Oh. If you're stressed or filled with sorrow, don't hold back. I'm always here for you. Filling my chair and having the standing desk now almost feels like I've grown, but I know I'm standing up.
この聞くというのは言葉通りの意味であり、それ以上ではありません。
And when I say listen, I mean just that, nothing
あ
more.
なたの考えに賛同も反対もないし、心配も同情もしません。
What a gentleman. Okay, I finally see it. There's no need for me to agree or disagree with your actions. No need for me to worry on your behalf or feel sorry for you either. You have a standing desk. I do. This was a Christmas gift. I got a standing desk for a Christmas gift because I said maybe it would help my back. Because sometimes when I'm sitting for too long, my back starts to hurt. And so we were debating getting a new chair, but I've already tried 3 different chairs. In fact, this one's a Secret Labs, and I feel like that's a good brand. I feel like that's a, you know, a reputable brand. So if I'd still like, my back still hurts, even in one of these chairs, it's me. I'm the problem. I thought about getting one. I just got it. My sister set it up the day after Christmas. We're currently redoing the bedroom, like to the point where like, let's see, what's wrong? This is for my desk, this is for my desk, this is for my desk, this is for my desk. All this stuff right here right now is my desk stuff that she put over here temporarily because I gotta move it all back. I don't have my chapstick. I'm having such a day. But it's our first real week having it, so we're gonna see how it goes. I already like it because one, even if I don't use the standing feature, it's an L-shaped desk as well, so it's got 2 sides. And now I have like my computer side, and I can turn over here and have like a writing side. And I did have a shelf over here, but the shelf is, you can't pull a chair up to a shelf, you know what I mean? So I have room for my feetsies. So I kind of like having 2 tabletops basically right now. But yeah, we're gonna see how we like it. There's no need for me to agree or disagree with your actions. No need for me to worry on your behalf or feel sorry for you either. Something that did happen, there is, because we're still rearranging, a table was too close to my desk and I was pushing it down and it started to lift on one side wrong. That was scary. Also, am I too bright because I'm standing? I'm closer to the light now. Something to consider. Is there a point then?
さあ、どうでしょう。試してみてはいかがですか?
Who can say? I suppose you won't know until you try. His words were vague, yet I could feel the meaning behind them. Seiya wasn't the type to speak without a reason behind his words. That wasn't to say that things he said were easy to accept, however. Either way, I want to change the subject, as I tried my best to find another topic to distract him. You care about my future even after I return to the mortal realm? You must really care about me, huh, Seiya?
ようやく私を分かってきたようで嬉しい限りです。
It seems you're starting to understand me. I'm quite glad to hear that.
まあ、あなたは同じように思っていないようですが。
Oh. But it seems that you don't see me the way that I see you. I don't think of you that way yet. See, this is... Is it bad that I'm really good at guessing what the incubus wants, but not the love-struck guy? I do trust you. I don't think of you that way yet. I got one right. Okay. I don't think of you that way yet. Yet, right?
まだですか?
Is this what it's like standing in front of him? Yet, huh? His satisfied voice echoed above me. Maybe I'll buy one because sometimes I feel like standing while playing. Because I have worked retail for so long, I'm used to standing. So it's almost like normal for me to be standing a lot. And then two, we were thinking about getting a treadmill as well. So one, my back pain. Two, what if I got a treadmill? And then I can walk and play games and, I don't know, get my steps up. My perspective every day. Honestly, same. I'm 5'2". So it's pretty much this all the time. I can't remember who I was oh, it was actually Lenore. Me and Lenore were talking and she was like, get on my level. And I'm like, I probably am. And she's actually an inch shorter than me. Seiya shook slightly as if holding back laughter. Oh, I realized the fact that I said the word yet gave him... That I said the word yet gave him hope. No, I didn't mean it like that. It's just slipped out.
意識せずして出た言葉ほど真実めいているように思えますが。
Don't you agree that words that come naturally to us are the ones closest to the truth? I should have screenshotted that. I got too distracted by being surprised.
あなたを恋愛的に見ているのか、そうでないのか。それは私にもまだわかりません。
Whether those feelings are romantic or platonic, I can't say for sure either.
ですが、あなたがそんなことでは愛してしまう日もそう遠くないでしょう。
At this rate, I fear I might fall head over heels for you sooner rather than later.
何せ私は人を好きになりやすい変態でメンヘラ気質の男ですから。
I don't know if that makes you want to fall for a guy or like file a restraining order. Like I said before, I'm a hopeless romantic. One could even say I border on the obsessive. In that case, I'll be careful.
そうしてください。あなたのことを好きになってしまえば、地獄にとどめるため殺してしまうかもしれない。
Please do. If I fall for you, I might do something crazy just to keep you here. I know you wouldn't do that.
お分かりでないようですね。恋をしたら
Red flag, but I'm colorblind.
この私ですら。
He's like, be careful, or I might just keep you. And I'm like, okay. It's not good. The power of love is a curious thing. It can change a person, you know, even me. Yeah, but you were never in love when you were alive. You said that. Oh, he's kissing us again. He kissed my forehead again. That's enough prayers. That one wasn't a prayer. I rushed outside. Although I was glad to have changed the topic, I still didn't like him messing with my mind. My heart was pounding so fast I knew it couldn't last much longer if I stayed by his side. Those shoes, man. He's got a nice fit. I don't think of you that way yet. Her words kept replaying in my mind. Mata, huh? I understood her quite well. It was not as though she had no feelings, but our future is uncertain. Perhaps she means she doesn't yet know how things will unfold. I can't help but be hopeful. She didn't dislike me. She seemed swayed by my advances towards her. At least that's how she seemed to act before. There I go again, unable to stop smiling. She's clever, changing the subject like that. Such a youthful and living thing to do. Such a living thing to do, guys. I found her anxieties about the future to be quite charming. Oh, thanks. I've got general anxieties, so he's gonna love me. And I long to resolve her struggles. I wish someone would resolve my struggles for me. Oh my god. He's perfect. I've changed my mind. I couldn't resist it. Even though I wanted to send her back home, I also wanted to support her. Perhaps it's time I finally admit it. I've grown rather fond of her. It's because of how I struggle. I struggle so good. Watch me have a panic attack. Sounds right. I left Seiya's home and returned to the alleyway. You know, the one where I got chased in. There stood Minami, as though he was expecting
来る
me.
と思ってたよ。夢の中でも楽しかったね。
Does Minami have split personality disorder? Don't answer that. I'm just thinking. I had a feeling you'd show up, Leah. Our dream was fun, right? It wasn't fun at all.
お前が楽しくなくてもいいんだよ。俺が楽しければそれでいい。
Is this back to ignoring red flags? Because that's very red flaggy. I mean, the whole room's red. How could I tell the difference? I don't care if you had fun. I enjoyed myself, and that's what matters. Minami remained his usual self. I came to ask you something. About the god who's been following me. What do you know about him?
はあ、あいつのことか。ムカつくから話したくないんだけど。
Him? I'd rather not talk about him. He's annoying. Right, because you said his presence stops you from approaching me.
ああ、あいつさえいなけりゃ、お前の魂は俺のものだったってのに。
Yeah, if it wasn't for that bastard, your soul would already be mine. His assumptions got on my nerves, but I was here to get information from him, so I kept my complaints to myself.
だけど、あいつのおかげで楽しめた面もあってさ。
Though I gotta admit, that dude's not all bad. He gave me some fun stuff to work with.
矜持を与えられたお前が切羽詰まって何とかしようとして。今思い出してもウケる。
Ooh. The burden he gave you, your desperation, it's pretty hilarious when I think about it. My burden?
ああ、そうだよ。お前についてたのは天狗だ。
Yeah, the god that's stalking you, he's a Tengu. A Tengu?
天狗なんて悪魔とそう変わらない。人間に矜持を振りまくのが仕事なんだからね。
Honestly, Tengus and demons have a lot in common. They burden humans to help them overcome challenges. Is that really a god? I cocked my head, and Inami chuckled cruelly.
俺もそう思う。
I know, right?
矜持を与えるのは人間の成長を願ってのことだって言うけど、 パッと運勢を良くしてやればいいのにね。
They hand out burdens telling people they'll grow by overcoming the challenges, but it's like they just give me some good luck or something. It's like, just give me some good luck or something, right? Based on what Minami was saying, Tenku's didn't seem evil. Though it seemed as though Seiya's hypothesis was correct, trial by hellfire, not exactly an exciting prospect.
っていうか、そもそもお前には教授なんていらないのにね。
Besides, it's not like you need this burden, am I right? Minami's sweet whisper unnerved me, causing me to squirm uncomfortably.
だって進路に悩みすぎてやばかったじゃない。
I mean, you were already plenty burdened thinking about your future, right? Ugh.
進路の話を避けて、親や友達からも逃げ回って、
You avoided your family and friends because of it, didn't you?
超暗かったよね。
You grew quite depressed, right? He was dead on. It was so true. He had been watching me this whole time.
お前じゃなかったら楽しいんだけど、ずっとヒヤヒヤしててさ、思い詰めて自殺でもするんじゃないかって。
If it were anybody else, I'd love to watch him wither like that. But you, I was a little worried you'd kill yourself. Stop. You have no idea what my circumstances were. My weak response was barely even a
なん
reply.
で？いいじゃん。今は全く関係ないんだし。だって、
Is he gonna get his deep voice? Why not? Come on, it doesn't matter anymore after all.
ここにいたら悩まなくて済むんだから。よかったね。
Not the response I wanted. So long as you're here, no more stress about the future. Great, right? Why? My voice was raspy and I was unable to speak.
教授を振りまくしか脳がない天狗のくせに、地獄に連れてくることで悩みから解放しようとするなんて。
Tenku can only sow misfortune, but yet he tried to relieve your stress by taking you to hell.
さすがだよね。あの天狗、お前をストーカーするほど愛してただけのことはあるよ。
Epic, right? Talk about a stupid decision, right?
場所が地獄ってのが不幸だけど。
Seriously, too bad for you he chose hell. I see, so that's how Minami saw all this. You're wrong, Minami.
あ？
Minami's face twisted unpleasantly. Feeling intimidated by his knife-like stare, I found myself unable to respond, yet I knew he was wrong. It doesn't make sense. I don't know much about this Tengu, but if he wanted to relieve my career stress, he would have made me forget about it. Why return my memories when I touched that paper? Why leave the paper there at all? Minami, what you're saying doesn't make sense. His voice was raspy. Oh, what did I do? I thought I hit the desk, but I'm playing with my chair, by the way. My chair's right here. You can't see it right now. But I keep spinning. Anyways.
なんだ、残念。気づいちゃったんだ。
You noticed? What a bummer. What a guy, man. You lied to me on purpose?
当たり。
Bingo, I'm kind of like a demon.
もうちょっとだったんだけどな。この地獄で悩みなんて忘れて暮らすか、元の世界に帰ってま
I
た苦悩の
almost
日
had
々
you
を送る
to. Forget your troubles, live in hell, or return to the mortal realm and keep
か。
stressing.
板挟みになって狂ってくれれば、お前を落とすのが簡単だったのに。
I thought if you were torn between the two, you'd crack, making it easier for me to get ya.
精神が危うい人間ほど悪夢にはまりやすいからね。
Unstable emotions make people easy pickings for a demon like me. Seeing Minami grin like that, he truly did look like a demon. So you do anything to trap me, right?
ようやく俺のこと理解してくれるようになったんだね。
Looks like you're finally starting to understand. I'm so irritated with him. I wonder in which point he started messing with my mind. I was unable to tell when he was lying anymore.
お前はこの教授をどうするつもり？
So what are you gonna do with that burden of yours? I'm going to find a way home, isn't it obvious?
ああ、そういうことじゃなくて。
That's not what I meant. His mouth curved into a nasty, mischievous grin.
あの天狗は俺がお前を狙うことくらい分かっていたはずだ。
That Tengu must have known that I was gunning for you this whole time.
俺は
Okay,
ずーっ
but
と
like-
お前の周りをコソコソしてたんだから。つまりさ、
I mean, I've been following you like a shadow all this time,
お前
so
は俺をどうするつもりなの？
what are you planning on doing with me? Are you trying to suggest that you're the burden that the god gave to me?
は？与えられたとかやめてくんない？
Given to you? Ew, gross. Minami's mood shifted from joy to
神
annoyance.
にお膳立てなんかされなくても、俺はお前と魂の契約をなせた。
I didn't need a god to set this up. I could have formed a soul pact. I guess you're right. I don't want to upset him even more. I should just stay quiet. But if what he said was true, overcoming Minami could have helped me grow and mature. Honestly, it's hard for me to see how I could really grow from dealing with Minami, but maybe this god will send me back to the mortal realm if he sees I've matured in the process.
ねえ、なんで黙ってんの？
Why so quiet? This is a Christian channel and my words are not appropriate for children? When did this become a Christian channel? Blue, are you new here? Why so quiet? He wasn't even trying to hide how annoyed he was. Oh, sorry, just thinking. Anyways, I'm still not sure what kind of growth this god is looking for. Is it because we've used the word god like 25 times in the last 5 minutes? I can understand that. That's how it feels without Asia? I'm sorry. It's past Asia's bedtime. She stayed up late the night before because we were counting down the new year, even though it was 4 a.m. for her. Anyways, I'm still not sure what kind of growth this god is looking for, so I can't say for sure that you're the burden that I'm supposed to overcome.
だから、俺しかいないだろ。お前にとって害悪になるのは。
Oh, he doesn't look happy. Am I dumb? Is he mad at me because I'm dumb? Are you mad at me? Minami, are you angry? Like I said, nobody here but me is going to bring harm to you, right? For the record, Asia's already finished 9 R.I.P. I'm like the last one to finish at this point. Blue, did you finish it? Am I alone? Why is he being so insistent? Is this some kind of demon logic or something? I don't get it.
それとも何？俺は教授でも何でもなく神の駒に過ぎないって？
No, you haven't finished it? Oh, good. How much have you done? I'm way behind? Okay, great. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I was like, dang. So what? You don't think I'm your burden? What, you don't think I'm some pawn? You think I'm some pawn in God's plan? Well, wait a minute. I mean, it worked out for you because now you get the chance to try and make a soul pact with me, right? I tried stringing together reassuring sounding words, but it didn't make much sense.
てか、ずいぶん落ち着いてるけど、お前こそムカつかないわけ？
You're too calm about this. Why aren't you mad? Huh?
頼んでもいないのに勝手にこんなところに連れてこられて腹が立つ。
You're here in hell without your... against your will. Doesn't that piss you off? I haven't finished Hibiki's route and I still have to finish Bustafellows. Bustafellows might be a game I play in March when I take a small trip. Because honestly, it's the only way I'm going to play it. I could stream up to the first chapter because that's what's allowed, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to go down again. Funnily enough, my back is hurting again. I don't want to accidentally be too close to it because that'd be funny. If I like am too close and my chair gets caught underneath it, hear me out. Wiggle, wiggle. Bustafellows. I want to play Bustafellows because some of the voice actors in it look so nice. Plus, there is a sequel, but like, do I have time for that? Do I have all that time? I don't know. I mean, the next game we're going to play is PO40, but I want to finish 9 R.I.P. and Verge before I start it, so it's going to be a minute, because I still have 3 routes for this, and Verge I have so much to do. Ken voices Limbo. I know. I know he's in there. Waiting for me. That's my only problem. And the blonde, I know you guys all know his name, Lucas. I don't know his name. It's not Lucas, that seems too easy. Starts with an S. Some guy. You're here in hell against your will. Doesn't that piss you off? Well... Okay, where's my status? Because I need to stop accidentally making Minamis go up. Wow, looks so similar. Not really, I guess. I hadn't met the god that took me here, and I didn't know why he did it, so I couldn't really feel angry at him for that.
はあお前頭おかしいんじゃないここにずーっといたら正気奪われて死ぬって分かってる
Are you serious? You're crazy. Staying here will drain your life. You'll die. Do you get that? Seiya said something like that before too. If you put it that way, yeah, I guess it's a little upsetting.
少しじゃないでしょどんだけお人よしなの俺の方が腹立ってくる
A little? You should be super duper pissed. Talk about being a goody two-shoes. Now I'm getting angry. I guess it's enough just to see Minami get angry on my behalf. This whole thing feels weird. I thought you'd be thanking me, the god, for putting me in this situation.
は逆だよ逆あいつがいなかったらお前に接触できたんだから
What? No way. It's the total opposite. If that jerk wasn't around, I'd have made a contract with you right away. Maybe having a god stalker is a good thing after all.
まあでもお前を見ているだけの時も楽しかったっちゃ楽しかったけどね
But why her? Why her of all, like, okay, she's busy. She's got a god stalker. Why are you so interested in her? Sweat. But honestly, watching you was pretty funny too. Oh, the pain.
おみくじを引けば必ず大凶遠足や運動会の日はいつも雨姉ちゃんに髪を切られて刈り上げに
Whenever you drew a bad fortune, or when it rained on a school trips and sports days, that one haircut your sister gave you. Hey! No need to list all the bad things that's happened to me. It seemed Minami really had been watching me for quite some
悪
time.
魔ってのはさ不幸の種をまいて人を絶望に陥れてそれを楽しむものなんだけど
A demon's job is to bring unhappiness, watch people despair, and enjoy it.
お前は俺が手を下さなくても自分から不幸に巻き込まれていくんだもんほんと笑っちゃう
With you, I didn't have to do much. You just stumble into misfortune yourself. It's been pretty funny to watch. It's not funny when you're living it. I muttered, and Minami's grin widened.
もう少しだけこのままなのも悪くないかもね
I guess I don't mind watching for just a little longer. What do you mean?
今まで想像もしてなかったけどさ実際に会って話して前よりもっと楽しくなっちゃってる
I never thought I'd get to talk to you like this. It's more fun than just watching.
魂を奪うのは決定だけどお前とこうしていたい欲も出てきちゃった
I've decided to take your soul, but I also want to enjoy talking with you too. Is that normal for a demon? The way Minami told it, it sounded as though demons enjoyed causing trouble for people, but it seemed odd for him to enjoy interacting with a human like this. Maybe Minami had some human-like emotions too. In a dreams, he's purely a demon, but in reality, maybe he's not. That's not the case. Mayhaps this is not the strange. After parting with Minami, I wandered the town lost in thought, realized I was strolling around totally unfazed. Before I was terrified. I needed a change of pace. Where should I go next? Home, man. Go home. Earth? Human? Seiya, I guess. I returned to Seiya's home seeking a bit of rest and found him sitting engrossed in a book.
ああ、おかえりなさい。気分転換はいかがでしたか？
Hello, welcome back. How was your little change of scenery? I might step out again actually. I just came back for a quick break.
気分転換に休憩とはおかしなことを言う。
A break from your change of scenery, rather amusing. You know, I just like breaks and walking and hot guys, so it's hard for me. It's overwhelming at times. You had a point. I returned because I was hoping to talk with you for a bit. I was embarrassed to admit it, but that was the truth. I glanced over to him.
おしゃべりしましょう。永遠に。
Well then, let's talk for eternity. That sounds a bit intense.
何を今さら。私の愛情が重いのは知っているでしょう。
Come now, you know how intense my feelings are, don't you? His feelings. I knew any more would lead to misunderstanding, so I quickly changed the subject. Hobbies? What is that? That's so cute. I love that emote. Do you have any hobbies, Seiya? Is it reading books, romance novels?
私のプライベートに興味がおありなのですね。
You're interested in what I do in my private time. I'm just curious. It's not like what you... It's nothing like what you think, Seiya.
おお、私の考える感情とは？
What do you mean by that? I have too many emotes. Honestly, half the time I can't find what emote I want to use because it's broken up by the people I follow and I get lost. What do you mean by that? I didn't think he was going to make me say it, and I felt my face flush red.
頬をあからめて困惑するあなたのなんと可愛らしいことでしょ
Oh,
う。
there's a box there. Okay, that's what I keep kicking. I thought I was kicking the desk this whole time. You're so adorable, looking so flustered and troubled like that. Are you making fun of me?
可愛い女性はからかいたくなる。それこそが世の男性の特徴です。
Can you blame me for teasing a girl so adorable? Remember, that is how men operate in this world. Men in this world? What are your hobbies, Seiya?
まだわからないのですか？あなたのような可愛らしい女性をからかうことです。
Still haven't figured it out. I like to tease adorable women like you.
楽しい時間を過ごせました。
That was rather
これ
fun,
もあ
thank
なた
you.
のおかげです。
I
ありが
enjoyed
とうご
that.
ざいます。ぜひまた私の趣味に付き合ってくださいね。
I hope we can do that again. Never again, please. It's been a while since I last came here. This was my gateway to hell. And it all started because I had gotten on that train. Now that I have some of my memories and the printout, maybe if the train will come back. Not expecting much, I entered the station. There's a train, huh? Entered the station, the first thing I saw was a train. Will I be able to go home if I board that? I began sprinting towards the train. Can I get back to the mortal realm? What? Sorry, okay. I heard a high-pitched voice call out to me from above as I raised my head to face it. No, it's my fault, sorry. Isn't she... Wasn't she the one of Seiya? The one Seiya was talking to at the HO? I think her name was Reika. Oh, that robe's awful. Never mind, I shouldn't have talked to you. Huh? Ugh. I'm boarding the train back to the mortal realm. Why are you coming after me like this? Wait, so you came back to the mortal realm by boarding that train? Have I turned her voice down? Because that's pretty quiet. I did. I speak for Asia. Oh gosh. I've done my time. Isn't that enough for you people? That's right. The two of them were talking about parole or something, right? Can't the HO just leave me alone? Once I deal with my lingering regrets, I'll cross over. Trust me, I won't be coming back here. Huh? The HO? Oh, that's when I finally realized what was going on. Because I'm wearing the HO robe, she must think I work here. I don't have any official business with you or anything. Oh, is that so? Then what is it? I was also just have some business to attend to, which is why I need to board the train. The moment I finished speaking, her gaze focused sharply on me. HO officials aren't supposed to board the train. Seriously, who are you? That's... What should I do? Should I just tell her the truth? Given her past as a criminal, I hesitated to trust her, but since she's out on parole, she's probably won't want to do anything weird, right? I'm still alive. For some reason, I ended up in hell. I spoke hesitantly before noticing a change in the air around her. Well, I'm on my way to confirm whether I was able to kill the person I love. Girl. If it turns out I wasn't able to kill him, I definitely have to properly kill him next time. Otherwise, I won't be able to be with him. In the case he's still alive, I won't be able to kill him as a ghost, but now that you're here, maybe I could possess you and... She took a step closer towards me. I've got to get away. But she was faster than I thought, and she quickly wrapped her hand around my arm. It's my first time possessing a stranger. I'm not sure if it'll go well, but... You've already been completely tainted by the hair of the hidden realm. I'm sure it'll go just fine, right? What should I do? I knew this was no time to be frightened. I steeled myself. I steeled myself and put all my strength into my arm. Somehow, shaking off her hand, I turned around and tried to run away then.
これはまた塀の中へお戻りですか?
Well, well, what do we have here? Looking to get locked up again? Seiya appeared and Reika immediately turned and fled onto the train. She's like, no, my chance! As soon as she boarded it, the doors closed and the train departed. Phew, that was close. I immediately felt my knees weaken.
あなたには危機管理能力がないのですか?
No crisis management training in the mortal realm, huh?
それとも心配させたい生き物なのですか?
Or do you seek attention by worrying people? That's not it, it's just...
ああ、人を心配させて満たされたい系のメンヘラだったということですね。なるほど、気づきませんでした。
I see. So you're the type who gets a thrill out of making other people worry. I see. I had no idea. I'm sorry. I am truly sorry for making you worry about me. I didn't mean to. I just saw the train and hoped that I could... I heard him sigh deeply, nervous. I looked up to see the grim expression on Seiya's face.
いえ、私こそすみません。今のはただの八つ当たりです。
No, I'm the one who must apologize. It wasn't right of me to take things out on you. Huh?
私に腹が立っているのです。
If anything, I'm angry at myself for not doing a better job protecting you. Don't say that. You've protected me plenty already.
しかし、あなたの身に危険があったのは事実。
The danger you faced was very real. The danger I faced was because I was acting careless. It's my fault. Yet, I knew Seiya would never be satisfied with that.
地獄から脱しようと努力するあなたを縛り付けておきたくはありません。
You're doing your best to escape hell. I don't want to be the one that holds you back.
ですが、そうすると危険を察知することが叶わなくなる。どうするべきか。
But if you act on your own like that, I can't foresee the danger along the way. What should I do? Seiya, you already helped me so much. Please, I don't want you to feel guilty.
そう言ってくださるならば、私のそばから離れないでください。
In that case, I don't want you to leave my
四
side.
六時中、朝起きてから夜寝るまで、いえ、寝る時もそばに。
Not even once, all day long, from the moment you wake up to the moment you sleep. No, even when you asleep. That's clearly impossible.
冗談です。
Just kidding.
あなたのことは信じていますよ。
I trust you.
あなたの強さは身体的なものではありません。
Your strength isn't physical, it's within.
あなたの強みであり、私が信頼を置いている部分です。
That's where your true strength lies and where I must place my trust. What are we talking about? That's a lot. I had no idea Seiya saw me that way. Conversely, I felt I'd shown him nothing but weakness.
悩みはいつか晴れるものです。あなたはその心の強さで己の道を切り開いていく。
I promise you all struggle eventually fades and your strong heart will pave the way for your way back home.
私はそう信じています。
That's what I believe. Thank you for saying that. My heart felt warm, as if it was bathed in light. I don't think anyone's ever spoken to me in that way before. I had avoided discussing my career path with him, but now I felt ready to open up. A sudden dizziness came over me. I swayed and nearly fell, but Seiya caught my shoulders. I'm sorry, I just feel so sleepy.
HO に行きましょう。カリファの空気を吸えば少しは楽になるでしょうから。
Let's head back to HO. Perhaps the air of the Khalifa tree will help you feel better. But I slept so much after I got back from school.
全開するわけではありません。ここの空気に触れ続けていれば、いくら眠っていても。
You can't recover your strength fully here, not as long as you continue to be exposed to the air here in hell. Seiya kept supporting me as he slowly began to walk. I feel much better now. I took in the soothing sound of the rustling leaves of the Khalifa flower. For a moment, I stepped into the inner courtyard. My body felt rejuvenated. I think I'm starting to understand why the god sent me to hell, but I mused, fiddling with the survey in my hands. How do I get back home? If what Minami said was true, God wanted me to grow from this experience, and I assumed that burden God gave me was something I had to overcome. But what exactly am I overcoming? Oh, I only have one option. The burden of surviving hell. Thinking about it rationally, being in hell was to be my burden. Since arriving, I faced countless horrors. I've been thrown all along into this strange realm filled with despair, and yet I was still standing. I endured it, facing death head on. I wonder what would have happened to me if I never came to the HO. Looking up at the Khalifa tree, I noticed a shadow from beyond.
カリファの空気はどうですか？
How's the air from the Khalifa tree? Oh, hello, Seiya, the trees helps. I feel much better already.
ここにいると
Oh,
あな
that's
た
my
の
cape.
顔色も少しは良くなるので安心です。外出もほどほどにしてくださいね。
You look better too. I think it's best for you to try to keep your little outings to a minimum, alright? Got it. It had all been thanks to Seiya's support that I was kept safe. He was always by my side, helping me, aiding me. Though he could be overprotective at times, he was the reason I was still standing. Without Seiya, I think I might have given up. I couldn't let all of his hard work be in vain. I had to find a way to get home. Yeah, hiccups. There's something I need to ask you. Please help me get back to the mortal realm. A look of surprise showed on Seiya's face. Then he smiled warmly.
もちろんですよ。あなたが帰るその日までそばで支えると誓います。
Absolutely. I vowed to stay by your side up to the very moment until you return home. Thank you so much. His beaming smile was contagious, and I smiled back at him. Seiya had been nothing if not a ray of light in this dark place, a true miracle.
もう少しカリファの近くにいさせてあげたいのですが、ここには罪人もいます。
As much as I'd like you to stay close to the Khalifa tree, there are evil ones
あ
here.
なたの気分が良くなったら家に帰りましょうか。
If you're feeling better, why don't we head home? Okay. Thanks. Chapter 5. Okay. Hear me out. If it turns into 1 o'clock, which right now it's 12:05, and I don't feel like we're near the end of chapter 5, I'll call it then, because I'm trying to start the next route on my next stream. So if I can get there in an hour, which, speaking thoughtfully, chapter 4 only took an hour. Right? Right. And that way we're on his route in the next chapter. All right. We're all on the same page. Okay, great. A little time had passed since we watched Reiko board the train. Though I'd done extensive research, I still hadn't found a way back to the mortal realm.
顔色が悪いようですが、やはり無理しているのでは？
Your complexion suggests you're not feeling well. I fear you may be pushing yourself too hard. I'm fine. What I picture this as a health bar. Imagine you start at 100% health bar, right? But the air here, like, depletes you in half. So your health bar goes to 50%. Or, let me phrase this differently. When your health bar goes to 0, you can only get it back up to 50%. And then when it goes back down to 0, you can only get it back up that time to 25%. And that keeps going. So every time she's resting, she's recharging, but she's never getting 100% again. And it's going to keep getting lower and 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 lower until she just has, there's nothing. There's nothing. I'm fine. I'm fine. I was lying. Truth be told, I felt quite sick. I could tell the air in hell was slowly but surely eroding my body. With each passing hour, my body grew more languid. Languid. Tired. I wonder how much more of this I could take. I couldn't afford to be anxious, but the more I told myself, the more nervous I got.
無理はなさらないでください。心配事があれば何でも私に相談してくださいね。
Please don't overdo it. If you're feeling stressed, don't hesitate to talk to me.
あなたの心労を少しでも和らげることができるなら、それに勝るものはないのですから。
If I can ease the burden on your heart even a little, there is no better use of my time. I could tell Seiya was catching on to the fact that I was anxious. Yet he didn't pry, he merely offered kind words. Thank you. And your being so considerate in and of itself makes me feel a bit better.
そう言っていただけて私も嬉しいですよ。
I'm glad to hear
あ
that.
まり根を詰めすぎても精神的によろしくありませんし、適度に気分転換をしなさい。
Believe me when I tell you nothing good will come from stressing about this. Please do find some way to relax. I'll be sure to do that. Do you guys have yoga here? For a while, I continued my research within the safety of the walls of the HO, but in the end, I was unable to find any new clues, so I headed to the HO courtyard to relax. I sat on the bench near the Khalifa tree and let the soft breeze caress my cheek. If this keeps up, will I really be okay? I gasped, shaking my head. I can't let myself think like this. I've got to stay positive. I couldn't return to the mortal realm like this, but I still didn't know what I was supposed to do. As these thoughts filled my mind, I took comfort in the fact that I had been making progress. Has she, though? The fact that God brought me here meant that there was a burden I had to overcome. I could finally collect my thoughts. I'll be fine. I just have to stay strong. I looked up the Khalifa tree. The serene air raised my mood. Phew. Come to think of it, even in the mortal realm, I felt gloomy. I remember the days I ran away from thinking about my future. I was so anxious, it hurt. Honestly, it felt like I was in hell. Oh, could that be the reason that God sent me here? Because as long as I kept running from my problems, I'd still end up in hell? I see. I need to face my fears. I had to confront my burden. Suddenly, my body felt light. I'll be fine. I'm gonna go visit home. Him, not home. Sorry. I bet he's at the HO. Well, that's very obvious. If I only have one option. I was wandering around the HO building, hoping to run into Seiya. There he is. He sure looks down. What's wrong, Seiya?
ああ、あなたでしたか。いえ、何でもありません。それよりも、どうしたんですか？
Oh, it's you. No, nothing's wrong. More importantly, how are things going on your end? It sure doesn't seem like nothing's wrong. I was looking for you, Seiya. I was wondering what you're up to. I wanted to talk about something but couldn't.
私の様子を気にしてくれるとは嬉しい限りです。ありがとうございます。
It makes me really happy that you're concerned about me. Thank you. Normally he would react way more enthusiastically about this. Something was differently wrong. Maybe he's tired. That's right. If it's not too much trouble, do you want to chat for a little bit? Take your mind off things?
あなたの優しい提案、ぜひともお受けしましょう。
It's a very kind offer. I'd love to accept it, but oh good, I'm glad to hear that.
はあ、あなたが天使のように見えます。実は私が休んでいる間、問題が発生したようでしてね。
Oh no. You're like an angel to me. You see, despite having the day off today, an issue came up.
結構な大問題でして、未だ解決の糸口が見つからず、へきへきしていたのですよ。
It's a rather significant problem I haven't found a solution to yet, and it's been stressing me to no end. He really does seem exhausted. If that was the case, bringing up something unrelated could have helped distract him. What topic should cheer him up? Minami. Let's talk about Minami. Goodness. I'm sure he'd love that topic. Dislikes? Do you have any weaknesses? That doesn't seem like a conversation that's right, but let's go with it.
ありますよ。かつては生きた人間として平凡に暮らす凡人だったのですよ。
Of course I do. I used to live as a mortal person just like you.
完璧な人間ではありませんから、苦手なものはたくさんあります。それを見せないようにしているだけ。
I have many weaknesses just like anyone else. I simply do my best to not show them. That's very mature of you, not wanting to show your weaknesses. Very impressive, Seiya. Naturally. So what about you tell me one? If you have a lot of them, you could at least tell me one.
悪魔です。
Demons. He answered so quickly.
まあ、見せないようにしていますので、わからなかったと思いますが。
I do my best not to show it, so I have a feeling that comes as a total shock to you. Not really. Actually, I'll try to remember that. I'll remember to do my best to keep demons away from you.
ありがとうございます。あなたのおか
How
げ
is
で
our
いい
status,
息
actually?
抜きができました。
Is there someone you're particularly close with in the HO, Seiya?
職場に友人は求めていませんから、そういった方はいませんが。
I don't look for friends at work.
私の交友関係を気にされているとは、恋が芽生えてきたようですね。
The fact that you're asking about my relationships must mean you're interested. That's quite a conclusion to jump to. Come on, Will you please stop taking everything I ask you as some kind of romantic thing?
そうしてムキになるところを見ると、あながち間違いではない。
Seeing you get all defensive like that, I must have struck a chord, yes? Forget it, I'm heading out.
そう怒らず冗談ですから。
No, don't be so mad. I was only joking. That's enough joking for now.
すみません。それにしても、あなたのような素敵な方がこの HO にいなくてよかったです。
I'm sorry. I'm just glad that no one as attractive as you has joined the HO. Aw. Why do you say that?
夢中になるあまり、仕事が手につかなくなる恐れがありますから。
I'd be so into them, I don't think I would be able to do my job.
まあ、でも、あなたが死後、ここのことを思い出し、HO に志願するならば、喜ばしい限りです。
But when you die, remember this place and request a position here. If you do that, I'd be very happy. Huh?
ぜひともお待ちしております。手取り足取りつきっきりで教えて差し上げます。
I'll be looking forward for you to come. I'll be sure to teach you everything I know. Everything!
あれは危険性が高い罪人ですから、あなたに任せられません。それよりも、私の部屋に来ませんか？
This one here is very dangerous. You can't handle him. How about you come to my room instead?
個人指導をして差し上げるのですよ。この大看守自らが、ね。
I'd like to teach you
断る道
something
理は
else.
ないでしょ？
This is top secret information. Straight from the Grand Warder himself. I mean, that's her internal visualization of what would probably happen, but she's probably right at the same time. No thanks.
ありがとうございます。あなたのおかげでいい息抜きができました。
How's our status? We still have a little bit to go. Thank you. You really did allow me to take my mind off things. As he spoke, he bowed his head low in gratitude. This is all I can do to help, but I wish I could do more.
あなたの手を借りるようではいけません。あなたはあなたでご自分のことを優先してください。
I can't let you help with this. You have your own issues to focus
と
on.
いうか、本当は私を気遣ったわけではなく、用事があって声をかけてきたのでしょう。
I have a feeling you didn't come all this way to check on me, but rather to talk with me. That's true, but he was right on target. But seeing him so tired, I naturally wanted to help. I also feel like talking with you is one of the things I needed to do. I couldn't exactly put my emotions into words, and it came out vague. However, Seiya seemed to understand, and he smiled back at me.
あなたが優しい人だというのは分かっています。ただ、時にその優しさが 私を傷つけるのです。
You can be so kind sometimes. Your kindness hurts me, however. Is that a problem?
迷惑だなんてとんでもない。あなたに話しかけられて嬉しくないことなどありません。
I'm always happy to talk with you.
ただその優しさが恋愛感情からなのかそうでないのかで私の心持ちが変わってくるものですから。
It's just that my feelings change depending on if the kindness you show me is romantic or not. He's bringing this up again. Caught off guard by the sudden shift, I realized he was back in his world of fantasy. There you go again, steering this conversation in that direction.
ご安心を。ちゃんと分かっています。同情心から話しかけてくれたと。
Don't worry, I know where I stand with you. I know you only spoke to me out of pity. Wait, so was he just teasing me? Saya grinned, looking amused. You seem rather busy, so don't worry about me. I tried to leave, but he pulled me close, his hands gently gracing my cheek.
まだ顔色が悪いようですね。
You don't look well. I'm fine. I grew nervous as he drew closer.
少し赤みを帯びて。
You're blushing. No!
仕事はもうしばらくかかりそうですから、私の部屋で休んでいてください。
It'll take me a while to finish my work. Please rest in my room. I don't feel like napping while you're working hard.
いえ、眠れる時に眠っておくに越したことはありません。
You should rest while you can. It's for your best.
HO に来てからは随分と顔色が良くなりましたが、体力は万全ではないはず。油断は禁物です。
Your complexion improved since returning to the HO, but you're still not at your best. Better to be safe than sorry, don't you agree? You may have a point. Actually, I knew he was right. Even inside the HO building, I still felt fatigued. I really didn't want to sleep.
大丈夫ですか?
Are you okay? I smiled reflexively, not wanting to worry Seiya given how busy he was. I'm fine. I can't afford to be gloomy until I'm back safe at home. But I think I should rest a little bit. Maybe I will take you up on your offer and nap in your room.
ええ、私が戻るまで眠って英気を養っておいてください。
I feel like they need to put like a blanket out by the tree so she has like, I would say like, right, her energy is like, again, depleting by half every single time, but the tree is like a +5. So like from 50 to 55, from 25 to 30, you know, it helps. It helps. Very well. Please rest until I return and do your best to recover. Thank you, thank you. Seiya then swiftly left the room. I guess I should sleep. I mean, I have to, right? I realized I had only slept twice since arriving in hell, and my first sleep wasn't restful at all. Minami had shown me a terrible nightmare, causing me to toss and turn. Make an effort to sleep? You told the man you would. Time to get some rest and check our status. We did it. To prepare my heart, I said the words aloud. I took a determined step forward.
少し心配していましたが、あなたが思っていたよりも強い方で安心しました。
I was worried about you at first, but I'm relieved to see you're stronger than I thought you were. That voice was the voice coming from the pillar? Seiya emerged from behind the nearby pillar. What are you doing?
様子を見ていたのです。あなたが強がっているのは目に見えていましたから。
Watching over you, I was worried you were merely playing tough before. Guess you noticed. I immediately felt guilty for worrying him. I'm sorry, it seems I made you worry yet again.
謝る必要はありません。私はいくらでも心配をかけていい相手なのですよ。
There's no need to apologize. You can worry me as much as you want.
あなたにはもう少し素直になってほしいものです。
I just wish you'd be more honest with me about your feelings. He gave me a wary smile. I can't do that. I'm already too much of a burden.
迷惑をかけてほしいと言っているのです。つまり甘えてほしいのですよ。
I'd like you to be my burden. I want you to lean on me. Oh my gosh, he wants me to be his burden.
心の闇は一人で抱え込んでいても広がるばかりです。
If you keep darkness in your heart, it'll only grow.
あなたの心にある闇を完全に払うことはできませんが、
While I can't erase all the darkness already there,
少しの晴れ間を見せることくらいなら私にもできるでしょう。
I'm sure I can provide moments of comfort and clarity now and again. Seiya! His words resonated deep within me. I felt a warmth spreading throughout my body. I'm really glad to have you by my side, Seiya.
あなたからそんな言葉をいただけるとは光栄です。
I'm honored by your words, though they seem a bit exaggerated. I'm not exaggerating. Your words really did move me.
感動。
Move. Seiya placed a hand over his heart and raised the other into the
あ
air.
なたの中に感動を巻き起こしてしまったとあれば、私は思っているよりも大きな存在に慣れてきているのですね。
If I've managed to touch your heart, perhaps I'm more significant to you than I thought.
どうしたものか。聖者との恋など切なく悲しいものになるというのに。だが
What to do, what to do, a romance with a mortal, tragic but beautiful. There he goes, lost in his own world again. I didn't want to interrupt, so I decided to leave quietly. I'm going to sleep. Leaving Seiya behind, I made my way to his room. And she's like, and sighed deeply. After being left alone, I stared out the window. Maybe it's because it's near the Khalifa tree. That would explain the pure smelling air. I wasn't sleepy yet, but I laid down on the sofa. I slowly breathed in and out. Whenever I think about sleeping, I suddenly find myself wide awake. Even still, after closing my eyes, I found my thoughts beginning to drift. I really am tired. I sure hope I don't have another nightmare. Just as I felt myself falling asleep, a noise jolted me back to reality. Huh? The sound was coming from my pocket. It's the phone. Taking the phone out of my pocket and looking down at it, I saw the call was coming from Seiya. Hello?
ご無事ですか。
Are you safe? Yes, I'm fine. Is something wrong?
緊急事態です。すぐに部屋の鍵をかけて、そこから動かないように。
There's been an emergency. Lock the door immediately. Stay where you are. Okay. I had no clue what was happening, but Seiya's urgent tone told me it was serious. I rushed to the door to lock it, but just then the door swung open. A figure slowly entered through the opening. Someone I'd last seen at Kisaragi Station, Reika. I didn't expect to see you again. I fucking knew it. She's the antagonist in 2 different routes. This is trash. They want me to feel bad for her because she was rich and she fell in love with a streamer. Can you hear me rolling my eyes? Can you hear me rolling mine? I thought she was cute at first. I was fine with her being a psycho. They just had to give her, like, what, a sad backstory? We didn't need that. It was unnecessary. She could just be a psychopath. The last time we met, she attacked me, and yet Reika greeted me casually, as if encountering a classmate, and smiled. What are you doing here? She walked past me towards the back of the room. Huh? What are you doing here? No need to be so nervous. I'm not interested in you anymore. I watched as Reika walked towards the elevator I had used with Seiya before. I don't think I should just let her in there. I glanced at my smartphone. The call was Seiya. It's still connected. I never hung up. Why are you here, Reika? I thought you returned to the mortal realm. I raised my voice, hoping Seiya would hear me through the phone. The stupid elevator door is not working. Why are you trying to use the elevator to get to the mortal realm? Reika turned to face me, grinning widely.
これが移しお行きだって知っているの？
How do you know it leads to the mortal realm? Huh? Oh, shoot, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. I gave too much. She glided towards me and snatched the smartphone out of my hands.
いけないんだ。悪い子にはお仕置きしないとね。
I caught you, and bad girls need to be punished. Ouch! Just slap the bitch, you know? Or kick her. Am I the only person that's down for kicking somebody? We want someone to go away. Velocity. Velocity. Rika's gripped my wrist tightly, digging her nails into my skin. She was surprisingly strong for someone so petite.
大看守様、聞いてる？私を捕まえに来たら
Kick
彼
the
女を殺しちゃうん
baby.
だから。
Hello, Mr. Grand Warder. You come after me and I'll kill this girl. Got it? After spitting out the words, Reika threw the phone to the ground. Then she smashed it into pieces.
こうなりたくないでしょ？おとなしくついてきてね。
Accidentally yawning. If you don't want to end up like that phone, you'll shut up and come with me. Reika grabbed me by the hair. Got so scared that I hit auto because I went to the next thing and I didn't hit it. Me, where are you at? Yeah, boy, you got my... He actually can't come to the HO. He can't get in here. There's too many wards. Pain shot through 1,000,000 points of my scalp. More than that, my heart ached. I'm never useful to Seiya. I'm just a burden.
さあ、動かして。レイカ、やり方がわからないの。
With this thing right now, Reika doesn't know how. I don't know either. Only HO members can operate it.
それならおとなしく捕まれって言うの？いやよ。捕まったら拷問地獄だもん。
So you're saying I should just get caught here, huh? Yeah, right. They'll just punish me for that.
そうだ。あなたに取り付いちゃえばいいんだ。その体なら何もできないよね。
I know. I'll just possess you. If I have your body, he won't dare lay a finger on you. She pulled my hair, forcing me to look up at her. Don't.
操るのは初めて。とっても楽しみ。
This is my first time possessing someone living. My heart is just pitter-pattering with excitement. I struggled against her, but Reika's face came closer and closer, so her cold breath brushed against my cheek. And then I fell deep into the darkness. Dang, yo, we did it. Hey, it was faster than I thought it would be. We're not doing chapter 6. We're not gonna get there yet. We're gonna save that for next time. Perfect. So tomorrow we're gonna be doing Seiya's route. My goal is to hopefully finish it in one stream. Originally we had plans, which is why my stream was gonna start at 6 p.m. tomorrow, because we had stuff to do in the morning, and I was like, we'll probably be home by that time. Apparently I'm bad at guessing, by the way. Like today, I thought we'd be home by 6. But because the way that looks on this side looks scarier. Wait, has it always looked like that? How's that? This side looks so scary. I just looked at it. Anyways, I got so distracted. But yeah, because my sister has work plans now, we had to change the plans we had for tomorrow. I don't like the damsel in distress bit. Like, once is okay, but come on. Yeah, I mean, it's a cliche. For sure, it's a cliche. Thanks for streaming. Thank you for being here tonight. It's one of those nights where I'm like, I might be alone. I could be the only person there, all by myself. But you know what? I'm excited. I'm excited to get to his route. I've been waiting for this moment. These are the ones I was the most excited for. Oh my goodness. I don't know exactly what time I'm going to start tomorrow. It might be early. But we'll see. I'll try to post before I go live. I will see if there's anybody to raid before I say goodbye, just so I've got the raid started. I don't know if any of my friends are on this late. Most of my friends are kind of in my same time zone, so they're not usually here this late. Ooh, you know, we'll raid Indede. What is Indede doing? He is New Year productivity, but is chill. Okay, that works. All right, perfect. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I hope you guys are having a lovely new year. If you're checking this out on YouTube, remember I stream about 3 times a week on Twitch. And if you're here on Twitch, you want to remember the super fun times we're having, you can go and check out all the VODs. I upload them all onto YouTube. As a reminder, we are going to have some new features showing up on YouTube very soon. I'm slowly working on them as we speak, so we'll see how that goes. And when it goes live, I will let you know. Bye, guys. Have a lovely day. Thank you, Blue. Thank you, Silly. Thank you, Anne, for all being here. And Nyx.